What's going on? What's going on? All right, you know what time it is. You know what rhyme it is. I'm your gracious host, A6. And we are live and direct, live in effect on this beautiful Sunday. Very nice today, man. Sun was shining today. It's pretty sunny out, warm weather. The children outside playing, happiness all in the skies. Mercury retrograde is over. All those positive things. Yeah, it was a different kind of feel on this weekend, man. It was rough. That was a rough one right there, bro. There was just a lot of confusion transpired during that whole entire month. So it's good to be out of it. We're actually moving into Saturn retrograde from what I gather. But who we got in the chat? We got my man Bad Wolf James C. Lever. What up? What's good with you, man? Thank you for tuning in. The Wolf is in the shadows. Yes, indeed. Israel R. Nice music. I didn't make that music actually. That is not my music, but it is dope. I do concur. Angela Racino, greetings from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you for tuning in, Angela. Thirst for Truth. Yo, what up? What up? What's good with you, fam? How you been? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yep. Live and direct. So we here to chop game, talk like we usually do. I got some pretty good information for you guys as usual. Let me see here. Let's start from the top, man. Let's start with the topic everybody loves to talk about, man. Let's start with the right to travel. So we're gonna start this off a little different here. So I'm pretty much gonna start off real heavy on this one. So let's move into it. Let's see, where the hell is this video at? There it is. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys this video. This was actually brought to my attention by Bad Wolf. He actually sent me this joint, slid across my desk a few days ago. So I looked into it, and he sent me a short clip of the video. So I was like, I want to see the rest of this video. So this is actually about a guy who exercises right to travel in California. This is back in I think this is the early '90s. So this dude's a veteran at this shit. So he's exercising his right to travel. And, he's flying, doing whatever he does. He gets pulled over, or whatever, and he goes down the gambit of what actually happened, and pretty much why they left him alone. And this goes to show you guys, for you guys that are starting off with right to travel, because I get a lot of messages about people who just started off with the right to travel and stuff, who's just getting into the information and don't know a lot. And they're asking questions about what to do if pulled over and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, like, you're gonna be tested. Your iron has to be put in the fire in order to be shaped and molded to be effective. So at the end of the day, don't this is not something you should be doing if you're not comfortable with being put on that line to be tested. I have the uncanny ability to remain extremely cool under a lot of heat, which is not really a common thing amongst a lot of people. But different experiences, people develop different abilities. So that was one of the things I was gifted with. But as far as you guys go, if you're just starting off, know your laws first off. I always tell you guys, know the law, know the Supreme Court ruling, know the case, know all that stuff in case you have to come off the tongue and say what it is. You might get locked up. This is just part of exercising your freedom. But the things you do after that are something you also need to look into, as well. So don't just be out there, not knowing what the hell to do next. You should study everything as like a tree and know which direction you need to go just in case you're tested. So let me show you what this gentleman did um, as a result. All right, this gentleman's name is Charlie Sprinkle.
Hi, my name is Tammy Trappier Bentley, and I am your co-host for On Second Thought with William Wagner. And I am here at the edge of Zion National Park with the beautiful view of Canyon Overlook.
Welcome to On Second Thought. I'm William Wagner, your host. We got a great show for you tonight. With me today here in the studio is Charlie Sprinkle. Charlie, welcome to the show.
Glad to be here.
Charlie, do you have a driver's license?
No, sir, I haven't. I don't drive commercially.
You don't drive commercially, I see. So you don't need a driver's license?
If you're not being paid, there's no need for a driver's license.
So if I was getting paid to haul goods and services, or I was a taxi driver,
you would have to have a driver's license. That's commerce.
That's commerce. But you don't drive in commerce, so you haven't had a driver's license for how many years, Charlie?
37 years.
What happens, Charlie, when the police pull you over and they think you're speeding or you didn't signal?
Well, now they just shake their finger at me or tell me to have a nice day.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Well, let's see. As a cop, I pull up, I say, may I see your driver's license, please?
I don't have one.
Why don't you have one? You're driving a car.
I don't want one. And I'm not driving, I'm traveling.
I see. Well, what if I just take you to jail?
Fine with me. But we'll be hooked to the hip. We'll be hooked at the hip for the next 5 years in federal court.
In federal court. So you're going to sue me, the police officer, if I take you to jail because you don't have a driver's license?
Yes, sir.
I think the judge will rule in my favor.
I don't think so.
Oh, so that's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
And you had one of those cases, Charlie, didn't you?
I filed suit in 1975 against 16 state officials, including Governor Reagan and all of their wives.
And all of their wives?
Yes, sir. When the officer pulls his red lights on you, he's declaring an emergency. That's a felony when there is no emergency. So he's already violated his job oath of office when he turns his red lights on to stop you. And
now I'm not sure what code that is. I had it at one point, but that is I think that's a United States code that the lights are actually only for emergencies. So somebody not having a plate on the back of that shit, or that shit being a custom plate, is not an emergency. You know, that's not the same as somebody flying up the road and drifting around the corner and damn near hit 5 people. That is nowhere near the same thing, you know. So there you have it. My man just broke it down. If somebody has that United States code, put it right in the chat so we can look into that, because we're gonna dive into that afterwards.
And then in my case, if he interferes with my right to travel, he's violating the Constitution of the United States.
Wow.
He becomes an imposter in the office of, he becomes a imposter in his office. And therefore he's taking his wages under false pretenses. And that's fraud.
And you've taken people to court?
Yes, sir.
Did Mrs. Reagan like being served?
Yes, sir. We served her as she was backing out of her driveway in the limousine.
Did she like it when they served her?
She was having a hissy fit. As a matter of fact, the wives.
This man served Nancy Reagan. Yo, that's hilarious. Yo, said she caught her backing out of the driveway in the limo. You know she wasn't driving a limo. You know what I mean? She's the chauffeur was backing out of the driveway. My man rolled up on her like a State Farm. What is it? Allstate's there. Or what is it? State Farm. Like a good neighbor. State Farm is there. My man said, "What a summons, motherfucker! Take this." Put a summons in her hand. She was not happy about it. That's freaking hilarious. All right, freaking hilarious.
Didn't like being charged with fraud for something their husbands had done.
So why did you name Mrs. Reagan? I mean, even Reagan didn't pull you over, and he didn't hire the CHP officer.
I wrote Mr. Reagan a letter and requesting him to protect me from the conspiracy to violate my rights.
And did he protect you?
No, he refused in writing.
Oh.
So he violated his oath of office.
All right, so now y'all see why a lot of these public officials don't respond to y'all letters. This is why. This motherfucker made the crucial, Ronald Reagan, he made the crucial mistake of responding and denying protection to this man and his constitutionally protected rights. He actually refused that shit. So this motherfucker got himself him. This is why they don't respond anymore. There was probably some memo that was put out, and they were like, "Oh, sovereign citizen, this, that, and the third." You know how they do. Sovereign citizen message, blah, 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 letter, ignore, don't respond. It could turn into an issue later on, you know. Just ignore it, or don't give any messages back. And, you know, notice the agent is notice the principal, notice the principal is notice the agent. So they all got it. And this is why they don't respond to you guys certified mail. But as long as you have that slip basically saying that you had sent that mail to them, they cannot say that they didn't get it. So an unrebutted affidavit stands as truth in the as one of the maxims of law.
He became an imposter in the governor's office, and his wife was uh, is a same as driving a getaway car for a bank robber. She's accessory after the fact.
Wow.
And they tried to get that dismissed in federal court 3 different times, and they failed all 3 times. And then all they could do then was make a deal.
Wow. Well, I got to take my hat off to you, Charlie, because I don't think I've talked to anybody that's ever sued a governor and his wife and won. Did they pay you
All right, so this was when Ronald Reagan was a governor. This wasn't when he was actually president.
money, or what? How did that resolve?
But they couldn't get the case dismissed out of the federal court, so they sent a black limousine down to my house. 2 guys got out of the back doors of the car, dressed in very dark suits and sunglasses, and came to my door.
These are the men in black we always talk about. They play a role in all this. It might have been the CIA. We don't know. Could have been the men in black. They pull up on you. When you got some shit for their ass and they can't get out of it, you might have to run into the motherfuckers. So don't piss on yourself when they pull up on you.
Of course, I had a rifle set over the door because I was expecting to be assassinated over this deal.
Yeah.
I was only 35 years old, and I was the only one in California at the time fighting a driver's license. So I expected to be found face down in a ditch someplace. And so I was well armed. Anyway, they came to the door and they said, "Mr. Sprinkle, we can assure you that you will have full run of the road if you do not pursue the lawsuit any further." I said, "Fine, I'll take that under advisement and we'll see what happens." And after another few words, they decided to get in their car and go home, or wherever they came from. So I immediately went out and got into my yellow sports car and went out onto the highway and found me a highway patrolman, and they was doing 65 at the time. It was a speed limit. And I cranked my little yellow car up to about 90 miles an hour, went by them blowing my air horns. And of course, they pursued me immediately.
Yeah, I would expect that, Charlie. Yeah.
And I pulled off the side of the road, and I said, "What can I do for you?" And he says, "What are you doing?" I said, "I was doing about 90. He said, "What's your name? You got a driver's license?" "No." "Oh, what's your name?" "My name's Charlie Sprinkle." "Well, Mr. Sprinkle, we just stopped to see if we could be of any assistance to you." I said, "Well, no, I think I can get along all right by myself." And he said, "Well, have a nice day." So I left him in a cloud of dust.
Oh boy.
All right, so my man, he bucked back against the system. You know, they tried him, they failed. He put these mofos on a chopping block. He put cases on all you bitches, like Denzel Washington in Training Day. They locked my man up. He was like, "I'm putting cases on all you bitches. You think you can do this to me?" Yo, he went Training Day on him, all right? And as a result, they left him alone. I mean, sometimes that's what it takes. If you in one of these places, like I know Florida's notorious for not respecting people's right to travel. I done heard 3 different stories alone from people in the private groups that we're in about Florida don't give a fuck about your right to travel, which is interesting because Florida's gung-ho about the Second Amendment. So that's completely asinine to me, but it is what it is, you know. But yeah, my man said, "All right, bet y'all want to take me to jail, whatever like that. Cool, I'm gonna get out, and I'm gonna put cases on all you mofos and y'all wives. Y'all gonna get rolled up on and serve summons." And motherfuckers try to get it dismissed. You know, the state court is pretty much a wash because you know that shit is a goddamn kangaroo court is to the max degree. You know what I mean? Federal is too, but state court, they don't give a fuck about nothing but that state constitution. That's why when a lot of you guys go in that state court and these courts and stuff like that for the state, and you're trying to use the United States Constitution, they don't give a fuck. It's for the simple fact that the state constitution is jurisdiction there. Federal constitution is the United States Constitution. It shouldn't be like that, but You know, we all know they don't play fair, and it's also an administrative court too. So that's something else to think about. But yeah, my man said he went ahead and did the damn thing. They pulled up on him and told him, please drop the case. You know, we pretty much maxed out all of uh abilities to dismiss or get this case tossed out, and we are basically coming to you to make a deal. So my man said he didn't want no cheese. He just wanted to be left alone. And they did that. So my man literally he does donuts in front of police officers on the highway now. Nobody bothers him. Not saying that you should do anything like that, but sometimes that's the depths of where you have to go to be free. You gotta fight for that shit, man, because at the end of the day, man, freedom is not free. That's why I tell y'all when y'all out here doing this right to travel, don't think just because you got a passport, and don't think just because you got some private plates, it's all good. Because I will guarantee you, you will be tried. And if you don't know, if you say the wrong thing out your mouth, they're gonna have their way with your ass on that damn side of that road. I don't mean that in any nasty kind of way, but they're gonna do whatever they want. They're gonna search your shit, all that shit. They're gonna fuck you over. You know, so you gotta know what you're talking about if you're really gonna be out here doing this and traveling and all that. You know the laws, study history and stuff like that, study the Constitution. You should be looking in the statutes, what they actually say. You got to know the statutes. You have to know that too. You don't just learn all the constitutional case law. Don't just learn all the private law. Nah, man, you got to know the statutes also. You should at least know what the wording is and what the indication for the meaning is. You know what I mean? Don't just be out here ignorant. But you got to know how they think and you got to know how what it is. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times these people who address as police officers, they don't know the law, and it's not because they're willfully ignorant. A lot of times it's because they ain't been trained purposely. When they go back to these academies and stuff, and they trying to get on that road so they can get their patrol on and all that stuff. They're giving some info. They're giving pieces of the information. They're not giving the whole picture purposely. Because if they were to give him the whole picture, the city would lose out on a giant chunk of revenue. And at the end of the day, cream, cash rules everything around me. Cream get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. That's what it is. It's all about them funds with that city and municipal corporations. So they're not gonna be out here telling people, well, you don't need a driver's license to use your automobile. Nah, they're not gonna tell you that. They want you to think if you get caught on the road without a driver's license, you going to jail and they're gonna do all kinds of shit to you. That's what they want you to think, you know. And it's the same thing with a lot of this stuff that we're doing and we're exercising rights. It's the same exact thing, man. But at the same time, not only it's a huge responsibility because it's not just your responsibility just to know the stuff. You also got to be um, mindful of how you move around too. You can't just go flying up the road. Like my man said, he did 95 past a police officer at 65 to test it out. I respect that. Would I do 95 every damn day if I had the ability to? No, I wouldn't. For the simple fact that I don't need to. But you do have that right at the end of the day. All right, who else we got up in here? Madame Mom. What's up, man? Rex. What up? What up? What up? Cash Luciano. I ain't seen you here in a couple weeks, bro. What's up? What's going on with you? Good to join the combo of you, man. On the Saturn thing. My man said the Saturn thing. I can't even give you a whole lot on the Saturn thing because I don't know a whole lot about it yet. I just literally found out we was in the Saturn retrograde for a month today. So I'm gonna be reading on that. I might have to try to do a video between matter of fact, I'll probably do a video because I got a consultation to do Tuesday. I'm gonna try to drop you guys a pre-recorded live stream on Tuesday. I'll talk more about Saturn retrograde, so we can go from there pretty much. But yeah, by the way, again, if you guys need consultations, hit me up. Consultations for 1 hour. I got you. I can block you in. Hit my email right in. Matter of fact, well, I'm tripping. I should have the banner scrolling. Hit me up right there in that banner. All my information, contact information is right there. Also, it's in the description section too. So let me know if you need a consultation. I can set you up and I can get you right, drop you on some knowledge, whatever questions you have. If I don't have the answer, which I'm not a genius, I don't know everything, I can direct you to somebody who does. So holla at me. If you want to get involved and get in the Telegram group, hit my email. I've been saying this the last 3 weeks. Hit my email. I'll be glad to add y'all in the Telegram group and we can go over information. I just dropped some fire in there today. About hold on, what was it about? It was about a way you can deal with a procedure if you have to go to court for something. And a way you can, they said it's a foolproof way that you can um beat the court every time. I've actually had people saying they've never seen anybody fail with it, besides twice, which the guys were being stupid. So but yeah, they were saying other than that, they've never seen it fail. So join the Telegram group, man. I can go ahead and put y'all down with that. You know what I mean? Man, say he said Governor Reagan before the prayers. Funny. I'm trying to figure out why. Maybe I missed something. I don't know. What up, Prof? What's good with you? Alex, good to see you here. Thank you for tuning in. Things been crazy for the last 2 months with me. Yeah, man, that retrograde ain't no joke, bro. Hey, let me tell you something. I told y'all I couldn't even. I'm over here trying to read this joint. I just started being able to read like long paragraphs 4 days ago. Words were jumbled, like the meanings weren't coming through and stuff. I literally had to take like a month off of reading just for that, because like it just, the words weren't making sense. And I felt like, I don't know, there was like a humongous amount of pressure trying to read these words and make them make sense, which usually I just breeze through the pages like boom, 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 and I can pick it all up quick. It was odd, but I guess that's part of the game, So I'm gonna get a consultation with you soon, my guy. You already know my information, bro. Holla at me. Oh man, Manny Fresh. All right, I said the Manny Fresh joint. Daddy, you didn't make me feel so good. I remember that joint, the Cash Money joint. What up, Manny? I gotta go to court in 1 more week for traveling with no insurance or registration. Okay, so you gave him the passport, I assume, because I heard you. I think you said you had got it a while back. Yeah, I told you they're gonna try you, man. Absolutely. I'm actually considering that Telegram thing. Hit me up, man. Like I said, the Telegram joint free. It ain't, download the joint. It's private, encrypted. All the conversations are private. So hop on there, man. Absolutely. I mean, it's literally no reason not to. Like, just add the app and jump on, join the convo. My man Yosef. We're gonna start calling you Ghostif, because my man be like the Phantom of the Opera and shit. He be up in the goddamn rafters with the mask on, like Sting back in WCW in the 90s, just watching everything. Yo, what up, Yosef? Good to see you here, man. Yes, sir, my man, yes, sir. But yeah, so as far as that goes, that whole Mercury retrograde, if you had a bunch of negative things that were happening, thoughts, I had some crazy thoughts, bro. I had wild thoughts like 5 days ago. I'm like, yo, I gotta chill, man, because I'm over here. I'm real hard on myself in certain situations. Like I'll be overly critical of myself, and this retrograde was like, yo, I was like, yo, I gotta chill. What the fuck is wrong? Why am I thinking this shit? And it was like, boom. The reason for that is because all the stuff that's going on is basically mischief. So you gotta take it with a grain of salt, and you gotta really master your mind in situations like that. Because if you really continue to believe the stuff that you're thinking, and the waves are giving you a certain way of thinking and stuff like that, it'll put you in a bad place. So I just kept training, kept getting my body right. You know what I mean? And changed my food intake. I started going to just all fruits and meats basically for right now. I'm thinking about transitioning back over to I usually do like a summer diet where I'll get on fruits, and I'll get on homegrown veggies. But I've been looking into the dude Carnivore MD on Instagram, and he's got a lot of good information on that bad boy. He had this one where he pissed people off because this mofo was standing in the goddamn supermarket with no shirt on. So, and this dude's built like, he looked like Johnny Cage if you look at him. Really, he looks like Johnny Cage on the first Mortal Kombat. But he's basically standing there with shorts on, no shoes, and no shirt, dieseled up. Like, all this stuff right here is bullshit. Don't eat none of these chips. Don't eat none of this. People were making videos like, oh, fuck you, man. I'm eating as many chips as I want to. He's basically complaining about the seed oils. But anyway, getting off topic, he was basically naming a bunch of things he eats on a regular. He was saying, I think Alex has said that she tried the diet and it worked out for her too. And the premise is that it's mostly vegetables in this stuff. Excuse me, there's mostly vitamins in this stuff you're eating. So it was honey, raw organs. I think he said he was eating meat. I think I said fruit already, and it was goat milk he was drinking. So this dude would make literally a protein, or not even a protein shake, but an energy drink out of this stuff. He would put all this stuff in a blender and blend it up and he would straight drink the joint. So never tried nothing like that. But the premise is when you're eating these foods from out of the supermarket and stuff, they're GMOs, so you're not getting as many nutrients as you would usually get. So like if you take an apple and you bite in the apple or whatever, yeah, it might taste like it's a lot sweeter and stuff like that, but that's because it's been genetically modified to appease your taste buds. Meanwhile, the actual vitamin C, B, and all this other stuff that you would get from a normal piece of fruit, you're not getting because it's been spliced so damn much. It's got like minimum veggies in it. Excuse me, minimum. I keep saying veggies. Many minimum vitamins in it. So that's the whole premise. Yeah, but the whole premise of it is to get as many vitamins as you can out of every meal and everything you eat. So I started rocking with the raw grown veggies and I keep saying veggie. Why the fuck do I keep saying veggies? Fruits. Like I do peaches, blueberries, strawberries. I was gonna grab a damn cantaloupe today, but the joint didn't look like it was super fresh. And you know when it's 100% natural, they go bad quicker. You know they spoil quicker, so you got to really get on them and eat them. So I was just looking at them. I grabbed a few of them, so I'm like, all right, bam, I'm gonna just go ahead and rock out for breakfast. I have a little bit of honey and then have some fruit and all that stuff. And I tried that Saturday, man. I had hella energy. It was hot as hell Saturday too. We basically moving a bunch of stuff back and forth. And I had a lot of energy, man. And all I ate was mangoes. Those mangoes are delicious, bro. Oh my gosh. Just the slices of mango, big ass mangoes just sliced. And then they were real juicy. And then I just drank a little bit of honey with it and then washed it down with some water and just kept hydrating throughout the day. And it was a pretty good boost of energy, man. So you're getting all your vitamins. That's a crucial part of it. Thirst for Truth says, God bless Johnny Cage having balls to do that. Right. My man Johnny Cage looked like he's about to shadow kick somebody. Like, don't say nothing to him over there by the chips. That motherfucker will kick you in your heart. Don't mess with him. Alex, what up? Yeah, I'm getting back on the carnivore diet. I need my brain to perform better again. Yeah. So, see, that's the thing. Like, I'm gonna have to try that out, man, because I thought it was odd at first when the dude was talking about raw this and raw that. I'm like, bro, this mofo is crazy. But I mean, I'm hearing people say that they tried it and they noticed a big difference in the way they perform and the way they think. They just have more energy. And it all comes down to the vitamins, man. Is your body getting the nutrients that it so deserves for whatever routine you're running throughout the day? If you got a real physical job where you lifting heavy ass boxes and you got to have your energy, so you need to put the right stuff in your body. And dude, he's heavily against anything that's processed, which goes, that pretty much is a no-brainer. Processed stuff, eating a lot of processed stuff is definitely not good for you at all. But that's common sense. All right, let's move on. I got something else I want you guys to see here. All right, so look, a lot of times I watch The Simpsons. I started back from the beginning. The first episode of The Simpsons in the 80s. And I've just been watching The Simpsons gradually all the way up until now with an open eye to see and catch everything that I missed when I was younger. So I'm watching The Simpsons and all this stuff. And dude, I see this episode. This blew me away. Like, this was crazy that the amount of things that they put out there for you to see before they do them. So we're going to take a look at this right here. This is a episode of The Simpsons where Homer, he actually got kidnapped. He was gassed, put to sleep because I can't remember what it was he had learned because I watched it like a week ago almost. But he got put to sleep and he ended up on an island with a bunch of people. And the premise was, if you know too much, you end up on this island and you end up missing. So check this out.
Welcome, friend. I'm number 6.
I'm number 15. What number are you?
I am not a number. I am a man. And don't you ever... Oh, wait. I'm number 5. In your face, number 6.
Yes, well done.
Who are all these oddballs?
Well, they keep us here because we know too much. Number 27 there knows how to turn water into gasoline.
All right, now keep in mind. All right, pay attention. The numbers. It's a numbers thing. Now listen again. Listen very close.
Welcome, friend. I'm number 6.
I'm number 15. What number are you?
I am not a number. I am a man, and don't you ever. Oh wait, I'm number 5. In your face, number 6.
Yes. Well done.
Who are all these oddballs?
All right, so do you add those three numbers together? My math is correct. You got 26, correct? That was 6. Hold on, let me run it back again. Make sure I got it right.
Welcome, friend. I'm number 6.
I'm number 15. What number are you?
I am not a number. I am a man, and don't you ever. Oh wait, I'm number 5. In your
All right, so that's 26, right?
face, number 6.
Yes. Well done.
Who are all these oddballs?
Well, they keep us here because we know too much. Number 27 there knows how to...
That's 27. So the three numbers they added up was 26, and the following one was 27. This is not by coincidence, man. I'm not sure what these numbers mean, but this is never a coincidence.
turn water into gasoline. Number 12 knows the deadly secret behind Tic Tacs. And I invented the bottomless peanut bag.
Wow. So, who brought us here?
I don't know.
Did you bring us here?
No.
Oh, I'm tired of being drugged and gassed. There's got to be a way to escape. Huh?
I've worked on this for 33 years. It's made out of toilet paper rolls, toothpicks, and plastic forks. And the sale...
All right, he said he worked on this for 33 years. The numbers, it ain't giving you the information, literally. You just got to be awake to see it. 33. All right. Run it back again.
Drugged and gassed. There's got to be a way to escape. Huh?
I've worked on this for 33 years. It's made out of toilet paper rolls, toothpicks, and plastic forks. And the sail is made of scabs and dynamite. It's small and it's smelly, but it should carry both of us to... That's the 3rd time that's happened.
That's the 3rd time that's happened. So the numbers is everywhere. 3, 27, 26, 33. It's all out there. They always put it in front of you, man.
Oh no, an anti-escape orb! That was easy.
Why did you think a big balloon would stop people?
Shut up! That's why.
Bad dog.
Once you get used to the druggings, this isn't a bad place.
Oh, it's wonderful. Truly God's country. See you on the island.
All right, that was the end, but hold on. I got another part of it I want you to see too, because when he got hold on, I'm trying to find it. When he got when he got drugged. Here it is right here. Here it is. Let me show you.
They drugged the tea. They knew my one weakness.
Hello, number 5. How's every little thing?
Who are you and why are you holding me here? I want answers now or I want them eventually.
Fair enough, I'll level with you. Please, don't do that.
Sorry.
I'll be blunt. Your webpage has stumbled upon our secret plan.
That's impossible. All my stories are full flop. Full flop!
Don't be cute. I'm referring to the flu shot expose. You see, we're the ones loading them with mind-controlling additives.
I hope y'all can hear that. Can y'all hear that? I hope you can hear that. Can y'all hear that, what he just said?
But why?
Drive people into a frenzy of shopping. That's why flu shots are given just before Christmas.
Of course. It's so simple. Right, no, it's not. It's needlessly complicated.
Yes, it is. And we can't have you out there mucking it up now, can we?
No, sir.
There's a good boy. Let's get you some ice cream. There we are.
Look, you can drug me all you want, But my family won't rest till they find my drug-bloated corpse.
I wouldn't count on that, number 5. As far as your family knows, Homer Simpson is walking in the front door right about now.
I'm sorry, what?
March, honey, Fraulein, I'm home.
You're not my husband.
So they put a clone of this dude. So they yanked him up, threw him on an island somewhere, and they threw a clone of him, a stand-in.
Yeah, please forgive my unexplained 2-week absence. To make it up to you, we will go out to dinner at a sensibly priced restaurant, then have a night of efficient German sex.
All right. So that was pretty much. Oh, then they got a clear copyright here. That's crazy. But yeah, that was pretty much it. So dude ended up getting cloned and thrown on an island. And then they just talked about the shots and all it, dude. That episode, I'm surprised they didn't pull that episode. That's crazy, bruh. Like they really got over on everybody with that joint. They put it out there first and they went ahead and did it. Made it happen. Craziness, man. But yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, down to the shots, down to the where people go when they disappear and there's a stand-in. You know, some people say a lot of celebrities that were supposed to be running around right now. There's rumors that some of them celebrities passed away a while ago. I know there was a rumor that Eminem had actually died in a car accident back in 1997 or 98, leaving I think it was with Snoop Dogg's house or something like that. He was coming back from Snoop Dogg's house and there was a car accident. It's a pretty popular one too. This was all over the internet for a while, but they said it was a hoax. But yeah, I noticed shortly after that, Eminem's rap style changed, like, and nobody heard it but me. This is between the Marshall Mathers LP, because I was an MC, so I can pick up a cadence and I can tell because lyricism, like your lyrics is like a DNA. So even if you were to take a rapper and like black out his face and change his voice a little bit, that cadence is still gonna be like a DNA fingerprint when it comes to like rap and stuff like that. So I'm listening to this dude. This is between the Marshall Mathers LP and the Eminem show, and there was certain tracks that was on the Eminem show that sounded like Eminem, but there were some other ones that he sounded like a different MC. The voice sounded the same, but the flow was completely different. And I know Guess Who's Back? That joint was like, yo, this don't even sound like Eminem. Like this don't sound like it. There was some tracks where Eminem sounded like itself, but I attributed that to maybe it was a situation where dude started working on the next album, or maybe he had some songs being made for the next album and he never got to finish it. But he was too much of a cash cow to just be like, fuck, we lost the goddamn most popular rapper. Shit. You know, fuck that. They do some shit or whatever they do, and next thing you know, boom, you got this other dude. And he actually had a song. He said something about they tell me to act my age, but what he say? They tell me to act my age, but I am 8. He said this about probably like 6 years ago, I think, or maybe it's a little longer than that. I think it was a freestyle he did, or free verse he had kicked off. But he said they tell me to act my age, but I am 8. I know it was a play on words, but there was supposed to be another. They said it was another clone because one of them had malfunctioned or something like that. And there was if you remember Eminem on that one show, let me show you what I'm talking about. Because a lot of people, y'all be like, yo, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, y'all gonna think I'm just talking about some crazy shit. But I'm gonna show you right here. All right. I'm not saying it's true, but it's definitely weird. I remember I saw this live. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? What the hell is wrong with him, man? All right, here we go. Here it is right here. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Hold on, because I know some of y'all probably haven't seen this joint. Now, take a look at this right here. Let me know what y'all think. And this was, I think this happened in like 2011 or 2012 or something. It may have been 2010, but this was some years ago.
Introduce Marshall Mathers. Some of you may know him as Eminem, but he's going to join the Saturday night crew with our music intro starting next Saturday night. But folks, I want to take you to the world premiere of one of.
So some people said it's because he was high. I think he had just Proof had just got shot and killed. Now this was 20. What the hell? What year was this? No, I can't say.
His new videos called Berserk. Take a listen. It's headed for the top of the charts. Rick Rubin, who was helping produce that with you, Marshall, when you did that?
Yeah, sorry. Live TV. Live TV freaks me out a little bit.
No.
Yes, I'm sorry. What was the question?
That was Mr. Rubin, one of the all-time greats producer. Huh? How long does it take you to shoot a video like that? How many takes and how many hours?
Sometimes it's usually like a 2-day process. Sometimes you could go to 3. It's a lot of takes. It's a lot of sitting around waiting, but it's cool. I mean, if the video comes out, then I guess it's worth it. You know.
You want to take it a break? Yeah, but you got to be in shape too. But stay right here with us. We're going to kick off the gap, and I want to talk about how you're going to intro Saturday Night Football when we come back. We'll have the second half too of tonight's game after these messages. Starting next week at 8 Eastern on ABC, Marshall Mathers will open Saturday Night Football. Mathers, it's a pleasure to have you.
Absolutely,
it's
a pleasure to be here, and it's an honor to be able to do that.
So you have the single albums coming out in November. What are you most excited about with this new album?
Nothing. No. Well, it'll be out November 5th. I'll probably be most excited to just be done with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's called the Marshall Mathers LP2, and it's kind of a revisit to the first Marshall Mathers LP, and that's pretty much all I could probably say about it. But
one final question before you leave. Some of my friends in Montana wanted me to ask you, will the Lions cover 4.5 tomorrow against Minnesota?
Will the Lions cover 4.5?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, man. I don't ever make a prediction on the Lions because I don't ever want to jinx it. But I'm such a diehard Lions fan, like to the core. So yes, they'll win.
That's all you'll say. Leave it at that.
Yeah. I'm hoping I didn't just jinx it. But
here's the kickoff function. Stick right here with us now. It's going to be the Wolverines' ball. They've got the lead.
All right. So you can see in the beginning, even with his words and stuff he was saying, he looked like he wasn't all the way there. You know what I mean? And I've seen Eminem interviews in the past, and this dude's definitely a sharp guy. And to be able to rap like that, you got to be pretty sharp, you know. But yeah, some people say it was him being funny or something like that. Nah, bro. I seen him be that was some weird shit right there. Like you look in his eyes and just see something wasn't right. You know what I mean? That was crazy. What up, Joel? What's up, Adriana? She said, "Wow, yes, indeed, that was crazy." Hey, Dave Chappelle, Dave Chappelle over, right? Yeah, like a lot of people said they got Dave Chappelle the same way. They said they came and got that man. By the time he got off the plane from Africa and landed, it wasn't even him no more. They said Martin, Offset, Kodak Black, to name a few, probably. Facts, yes, indeed. Gucci. The Gucci Man thing, I know a lot of people say Gucci Man was cloned too. Possibly. I'm not sure. I never really paid much attention to Gucci Man because I always thought dude was not that good lyrically. But I mean, to each his own though, you know. But yeah, I seen pictures of Gucci beforehand and how he was a big dude and then he went to jail and he came out muscular and all that. They said they cloned him, but who knows? Maybe it's possible, I suppose. Very much a possibility. MK Ultra glitch. Yeah. Some people say that too. Some people said it was an MK Ultra glitch. Look up Shaq MK Ultra glitch. I'll look it up. Hold on. Alec, the big names are puppets. That's why I don't watch TV no more. Yeah. I agree with that. The big names are definitely they've been swapped out. I agree with that. Yeah, I do agree with that much. Atlanta is a crazy place on top of being independent. Okay, hold on. Let's look up this Shaq thing you wanted me to take a look at real quick. I done seen situations where NBA players. Did y'all ever see that video where NBA players were moving like it was a video game? You know how video games got certain animations and stuff like that. We'll get to the Shaq video in a second. But I just want to bring this up because we're gonna look at this afterwards. All right. But did y'all ever see like how like a video game, like let's say NBA 2K, a certain animation of like when they turn around and run, all the characters will do the exact same animation. And literally, I watched some games where characters did the exact same movement. I said characters. Players did the exact same movement like they were video game characters at the same time. Like, what the fuck is this shit? I do. I done seen so many weird things in sports. This is just crazy. But let me show you all what I'm talking about. Hold on. We'll get to that in a minute. Hold on. I'm gonna show you the Shaq joint first because I've never seen the Shaq joint. I'm trying to check that out. Let me get past this commercial. Hold on. All right, here go right here. Let's take a look.
Look at Shaq. Look at his face.
He ain't moved.
He's not moving. Look.
And 12 in a row. And he's not
Look
gonna
at
move
him
until they say his name.
Wow,
Look at his eyes. Look everything.
Look at this.
Twice in this series. Nothing.
That is odd.
Nothing. Welcome to Inside. Now, Shaq's right there.
He said Shaq, and then he popped back.
Animation.
Bro, y'all cannot tell me that this MK Ultra stuff ain't real. Look at this.
That's crazy.
Look at Charles Barkley's face.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing.
Look at Charles Barkley's face, bro. Look. Just look how he looked. Like, what the fuck?
Now he looked like, what's going on?
Look,
he weirded out.
See?
Oh snap!
Yeah.
Shut face.
All right, so Charles Barkley saw what was going on, and he looked a little surprised or whatever. So, do y'all think it's the fact that it's a MK Ultra situation, or do you think it's the fact that it could actually legitimately be a fucking like a goddamn Android or something like that? What do you think? Since we going down this particular path, do y'all think it's him being mind controlled, or you think it could be like some kind of Android, programmed or something like that? But that technology, they definitely have the technology to do something like that. All right, let me see if I can find this other video real quick. Look at this right here. Take a look at this. Yo, what the hell? Like, what are y'all doing, bro? That music is annoying. Cut that crap off. Yo, that's crazy. Look at this. That one was funny to me. They literally just did the exact same movement at the same time. That's crazy. See, that's what I was talking about. Like that movement they just did right there. Like it was it was a pre-programmed animation in NBA 2K. When they take off running, they got to move a certain way and stuff like that. That's what I was talking about. 4 players just did the exact same movement at the same time. Look at this. Look at it again. That even looks weird. that's that, that's insane right there. That's crazy. Yeah, that's some wild stuff. Like, like when you start looking at stuff like that, it's like what is going on here? That's interesting. I be all on that players moving like 2K, right? Like, like a pre-made animation. Like, this is the animation that they have when they mid court and they about to take off going down court. This is the animation they got from a stop. They all look down and then come up like this at the same time. That was crazy. There's 2 different situations where Shaq glitched out. Crazy. That is hilarious. It freaked me out the first time I saw the Shaq glitch. Yeah, he started moving when they called his name. So it's like, was this like a some kind of android or something like that that responds to the name of the android being talked to? It's stuff like that is interesting. You think it's both? Okay, I think Shaq was made in the lab. Interesting thing. Yao Ming. If you look at Yao Ming's history, the reason why he ended up being so tall, there's a lot of rumors that he was actually bred and he was genetically manufactured. Excuse me, genetically engineered. They had said that if you look up his bio, you know how China basically rolls. They're real communistic. So if they're gonna have a basketball team, mofos are gonna be. If you're like selected to play, you're going to play basketball. You're going to play. You're gonna play basketball. That's what you're gonna do. You're not gonna go anywhere else. You're not gonna do anything else. You're gonna play basketball. You're gonna practice. Go back to your room. You'll be fed a diet. You'll be injected with certain chemicals and stuff to make you grow super tall. And you're gonna play basketball. And that's the end of it. And it doesn't matter what your parents think about it either. So they said they took 2 like of the tallest Asians, the tallest woman and the tallest man. They bred them, and then basically when the child was born, he basically raised in like a basketball camp. Their basketball camps are harsh. Like if you miss a fucking layup, you get whipped. Like them kind of that kind of stuff. So they said, dude, grew up to be dumb tall, just from all the chemicals and stuff they were giving him. And off the practice he had, he became a force to be reckoned with on the basketball team. So China takes shit like that serious. I remember I watched the baton pass uh in the Olympics, and it was the Chinese was I think they were like they were in the lead, I believe. It was either first or second place. And one of those ladies actually missed the baton pass. She dropped the damn baton. I was like, yo, she might get executed when she get back to China. Or she might get whipped or something. Like they take stuff like that serious. They don't play games over there, bro. If you drop the goddamn baton when you get over there, you probably gonna be shamed publicly, and you might even get whipped. They don't play no games over there with stuff like that. That shit was crazy. He is like a colossus. Yep. Facts. Shaq used to do that to his kids all the time at weird times. They had an interview about him and his antics. He stood mannequin for 20 minutes to scare his daughters. What? That's crazy. Yeah, Shaq is a troll though too. So I don't know, man. Bullshit. He didn't blank or create or breathe or nothing for 2 different videos on 2 different videos. Shaq is compromised. Shit, what y'all think about that boy Magic Johnson? Y'all think he compromised too? And I ain't talking about immunocompromised either. Y'all know what I'm talking about. With all due respect, fuck out of it. That's a hard ass YouTube name. That's a hard ass name. I'm sorry. Yao is GMO, hilarious. Hey, look up Yao Ming's. Matter of fact, bro, since y'all gonna take it there, I'm gonna have to look up Yao Ming's history. God damn it. All right, bet I got you. Hold on. I read this like 2 years ago. All right, let's read what it says because I don't know if this might not be the one, but it specifically said that this dude was given a concoction by the Chinese government while he was growing up to grow him up tall. I don't know if this is gonna be the one though. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Houston Rockets. I actually like Yao Ming. He was dope. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna be the one right here. I gotta find that article. There was an article that actually said that he was given concoctions by the Chinese Basketball Association. Hold on, I think this might be. Hold on. All right, check this out. All right, let me show y'all the article real quick. This might not be it. I might have to keep looking. But this is when we start talking about what governments would do to do certain shit, bro. We got to really open our minds, man. So if you're not an open-minded individual, this conversation might not be for you. All right, check this out. Yao was born to accomplished basketball playing parents who each stood more than 6 feet tall. From an early age, Yao towered over his classmates. By the time he was 12 years old, he was attending a local sports academy and practicing basketball several hours a day. In 1997, he joined the Shanghai Sharks of the Chinese Basketball Association. By the time he led the Chinese team to a respectable 10th place finish at the Olympic Games in Sydney, Yao had become a national icon. Yeah, they didn't talk about that. I gotta find it, yo. I gotta find it. Yeah, they're not talking about the concoction. Hold on. I'm gonna find this. Hold on. I want y'all to see this. Hold up. Go back, god damn it. All right, there we go. Here we go. Yao Ming, the basketball giant made in China by order of the state. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I found it. I got you. I think this is the one I read. I think this is the one I read. Hold on. Far from being a chance creation, Chinese basketball giant Yao Ming was knowingly bred for the sport, forced into it against his will, and subject to years of dubious science to increase his height, a new book claims. The 228 centimeter Houston Rockets center also underwent years of punishing training as one of the hundreds of thousands of potential Chinese athletes who endure miserable childhoods in boot camp conditions. This is a communist country. Let's not forget this. And they have a lot of pride, so they have a whole lot to prove. God damn, move out of the way. The revelations in Operation Yao Ming by former Newsweek journalist Brooke Larmer are likely to raise further disquiet over China's Soviet-style sports system ahead of the 2008 Beijing Olympics. Larmer said Yao, China's first successful basketball export and its most famous face worldwide, was the product of a harsh and antiquated program, which has changed little since it was set up more than 50 years ago under Mao Zedong. You know who that guy is. Yao, on one hand, is a great symbol of China's modern advancement. A commercial icon can stride across the Pacific and play the role of bridge between East versus West, he said. But he's still a product of this system, which is one of the last bastions of socialism in China. Larmer says Yao's birth had been anticipated in decades by communist officials desperate to boost national pride through sports who have been tracking his family for 2 generations. All right. He describes a system where doctors armed with special growth predicting manuals measure youngsters' bones and pubic hair to identify future athletes. Weightlifters must be squat with strong torsos. Divers need tiny hips to minimize splash. Basketball players must simply be tall. It is no accident that there have been generations of players who've continued to get taller, he said. One of the first NBA scouts was blown away when he went to northern China and saw more than 27 footers. Yao's grandfather, one of Shanghai's tallest men, was discovered too late for basketball, but his son, the 205 centimeter Yao Ziyun, soon found himself dragged into the sports system. There, he was paired off with the 182 centimeter Fang Fendi, China's woman captain who had been a feared Red Guard during the murderous Cultural Revolution. All right, so they're talking about how they actually bred him with another woman. It wasn't because they met each other and they loved each other, nothing like that. The government was like, "You gonna smash her, and y'all gonna make a baby, and we taking the baby, and he gonna play basketball. Goddamn it, that's what time they was on." It wasn't a national breeding program. It was a desire among China officials for them to get together. Yeah, they said that. Larimer said, but when Yao was born, everybody in the sports community in Shanghai nationality knew he was something special. The giant infant, who was just 8 years old when he reached the average Chinese male height of 171 centimeters, was recruited for basketball despite his parents' objections and had his own hatred for the sport. Even when his parents resisted at first to put him in the same system that had caused some suffering and bitterness, there was not a lot of choice, Larimer said. He hated the game for a decade. He didn't like it. He wasn't any good at it. The 8-year-old Yao embarked on a program of intense repetitive training under disciplinarian coaches. You know what disciplinary means, that whoop your ass if you don't comply, who offered little encouragement or variety. Meanwhile, the scientists fed him steady stream of mysterious concoctions designed to make him taller, raising the specter of possible hormone treatment at a time where China was suffering a series of doping scandals. This is right along the lines of what Russia had to go through. I think Russia went through something similar like that. I think there was a Greco-Roman wrestling in Olympics. The Russians got caught cheating. They were injecting their athletes with dope somehow. They were getting away with the HGH hormones or whatever. So they had pretty much got kicked out of the sport for that particular year. But yeah, this was back then, man. So like, everybody was trying to come out on top. The Olympics is a great measure of how far your country is coming along with a certain sport. Floyd Mayweather actually was an Olympic champion. We have a gymnast. What was Simone Biles, I believe her name was. She was an Olympic champion too. Dominique Dawes, I think back in the 90s, she was an Olympic champion. There's all kinds of measures of peak human performance at an Olympic level. And one of the ways that that's measured by is how many champions and gold medals a country can take back. Michael Phelps got it for swimming, the Baltimore representative. But yeah, so like when you start talking about the Olympics, man, mofos will go out on a limb to do anything to win the Olympics. Shit, what? And then they had a basketball Olympics too. It's very. I always thought it was very interesting how Asia was real interested in basketball. The Asian continents, like if you look at the Asian countries, I'm sorry. If you look at North Korea, Dennis Rodman actually went over to North Korea for a basketball program to put him on point. That's why America got pissed with him. Dennis Rodman he's one of them dudes that does whatever the hell he wants. And I always respected him for that too. But I thought that was interesting. All right, where we at? Magic. Hold on. Magic to Ultimate Sellout. They've been snatching a lot of woke channels. Facts. Look up Donnie Marshall cloning music industry. Look up Donnie Marshall cloning music industry. Okay. It's hard to find the good Donald Marshall videos now. I gotta write that down. I know a lot of stuff went to BitChute because YouTube got real mind furor about certain videos. Don't worry though, because if anything happens to mine, if you join that Telegram group, get my email. I can if I create a new one or whatever I do, I'll go ahead and put y'all on. They scrubbed a lot of the info from the internet. That's facts. Dr. Enki said he found the cure for diabetes 2 days later. His channel was gone. They don't play that shit, bro. Like, you messing with the commerce, interstate commerce, man. I agree with Yusuf L. If you look at a lot of those charges people get hit with, it always ends with violation of interstate commerce. You can't disturb the cheese, man. Otherwise, they start pulling shit. The government had been painting and stitching BS in the history for years. They probably lying about Yao Ming's origin too. Hell yeah. What's up, Nicole? Look into Marion Jones. She got caught up with doping charges. Word. Donald Marshall was the GOAT. Check him out. Yeah, I got it written down. I got y'all. Good looking out on that. I got y'all. Good looking out on it. Thank you. But facts. So yeah, there you have it. So that boy Yao Ming, my man was bred. Back in the days, though, there were certain plantations they had the indigenous people on where they actually had breeding plantations back in the day too. So they would breed certain indigenous with other ones to get bigger, more stronger indigenous in order to have them do more slave work. So as a result of which, you have like lines or genetical lines of people that are naturally taller or bigger. I know there was a breeding farm, and I think it was, what was it? Was it Hagerstown? It might have been in Rising Sun. I know there's a place around here called Rising Sun in Maryland. It's a sundown town. But yeah, there's a breeding farm out there, if I'm not mistaken. And what they would do is they would breed the slaves or whatever, and they would send them to different areas. They would sell them to different areas and stuff. But that's the reason you have people that are just stupid tall or stupid big. Like you might have a family of people that are men are over 7 feet tall, and the women are like 6'5", 6'6". And the reason for that is because the history of the breeding. I still believe it goes on today. I'd be willing to bet you a lot of money it still goes on today. It's underground. You know what I mean? That's just probably still happening as far as pro athletes and stuff. And you know, if you're Samoan, they say if you're a Samoan, you have 90% chance of getting in the NFL. Or is it like 80%? Something crazy high like that because they're naturally bigger people. Samoans are bigger a lot of times and stronger. But as far as the breeding goes, I'd be willing if that shit still goes on, bro. You know, it never stops. It's just out of public sight. You know what I mean? Rising Sun is, I don't think that's Baltimore County though. I'm pretty sure that's not Baltimore County. That's like outside of Baltimore County. That's an hour away from Baltimore. Hour plus. But yeah, so yeah, this, you know, LeBron James and all these dudes, and they say they don't know who his father is. He don't know who his dad is and shit like that. Whenever I hear that, I don't buy that shit. Y'all be like, sure you don't. You know, rappers not knowing who their father or mother is and stuff like that. And it turns out when you find out who they are, they're goddamn A&R for like goddamn Tommy Boy Records or something. Nah, bro. It's all this stuff is, listen, when you start talking millions of dollars, athletes are getting paid. You know what I mean? Some of them do legitimately get in, but a lot of them dudes are placed in that bad boy. All in the name of interstate commerce, man. You know, the more entertaining plays, you know, you watch an athlete catch a ball with one hand, which we all know they use magnetic gloves and shit, or stick 'em gloves. You know, you watch these athletes do these things. They sell tickets. It creates a buzz. It creates hype. It's exciting to watch. It's interesting to watch, you know, but it's all part of commerce, man. You know, Babylon it's got all kinds of distractions for you if you want them. Donald Marshall, also check out Behold the Pale. I got that book. Watch the movie. They also watch A Brave New World, black and white. Also pray for the spirit of discernment and check out Credo Mutwa. Bet. All right, cool. Yeah, I got the Pale Horse joint. I got that. I actually read that already. I gotta read it again though. Brave New World, huh? All right. Pray for the spirit of discernment. I got homework, huh? Credo Mutwa. Some of these movies that y'all tell me I look for, but I can't find them bad boys. Like I'll look on my sources that has all movies and shit, and I won't be able to find them joints. I'll try to find it. Or I recently went to the Devil's Punch Bowl, Mississippi, and took some. Yo, listen, that place. That if you talking about that place in the woods, yo, that's like a circle and shit that animals won't go into. No, thank you. I'm good. Is that what you talking about? There's a place in one of them southern states where it's an actual circle where nothing grows in it. It's a circle, and all the grass in that area is dead, and animals will not go into this circle. And they're saying when people go into the circle, they start feeling real sick, and things aren't allowed to live in that circle for whatever reason. That's very interesting. Rising Sun is in northern Baltimore County. That's interesting because I never knew that. Yeah, that must be far out on the edge. Yeah, I don't go out there though, so I stay my ass around here. That trip was fire. I'm in Maryland as well, brother. We definitely need the link. We the people. Hey man, hit my email, man. Join the Telegram, bro. I'm telling y'all, if y'all are in Maryland and y'all haven't hit me up, y'all are slacking. Hit my email and get the Telegram, yo. Get the Telegram. Download Telegram. Get the Telegram, man. So I can put y'all in America. We got a group of nationals that are in Maryland. So if y'all are in Maryland, you need to hit us up. We probably gonna do another meet pretty soon too. We do meets every once in a while, and we just have long ass conversations for real. You know, always good to be around people with like energy. Awful about not knowing about your parents. But yeah, nothing new under the sun. Tribes have been selective coupling since forever. 100%. Hey, listen. Nothing new under the sun. 100%. I agree with that. Like the town army and stuff like that. You might have the biggest dudes mating with the biggest women to create like the actual, like what would be called the military for the tribe or what have you, or the quickest and fastest, most accurate. I went where they won't eat the peaches. What are you talking about, bro? Are you talking about the Mississippi and shit? Yo, please tell me about that. That devil's punch bowl, man. I read about that years ago. I always thought that was interesting. But yeah, animals will not go into that circle. Credo Mutwa is an elder in Southern Africa, one of the last of his kind, ancient knowledge. Okay, bet. Mexico silent zone. All right, let's take a look into that. That sounds interesting. Everybody hit the like button, please. Please hit that like button. Thank you so much, Wolf. Thank you. Hit that like button. And don't be shy. Drop me a donation in the Cash App down there too. $1, $2, doesn't matter. $10, $100, whatever you feel. You feel me? Let me see. A man said it was called Mexico Silent Zone. Let's look it up. See what that is. Okay. This is interesting. Stuff like this I like. I like stuff like this. Let's take a look at this. Mexico Silent Zone. All right, let's see what they got to say about this.
Pilot Francisco Sarabia was flying over a patch of desert land in Mexico when his instruments started to act increasingly odd. But that wasn't the only problem he was facing. His radio equipment was failing too. Disoriented and alarmed, the man had to make an emergency landing in the middle of nowhere. Little did he know that this nowhere would later be dubbed the Zone of Silence, and the mystery behind this place would equal that of the infamous Bermuda Triangle. If you ever find yourself in a desert 25 miles away from Ceballos, Mexico, and just 400 miles to the south of El Paso, Texas, get yourself ready. You're in the Mapami Silent Zone, and some bizarre things might start to happen right away. As I've already mentioned, Francisco Sarabia discovered the anomalous zone in the middle of a desert in the 1930s, when something unknown began to interfere with his airplane's routine operations. But despite being the first, he wasn't the only one who experienced the inexplicable activity of the zone. In 1964, the state-owned company Pemex, which stands for Petróleos Mexicanos, sent engineer Harry de la Pina to explore the desert in that region. The man had to figure out if it was possible to construct an oil pipeline running from Jimenez, Chihuahua in the north of Mexico. However, this expedition didn't exactly turn out as expected, and the main reason for that was radio anomalies that affected every single radio in the team. They simply wouldn't function, like at all. In fact, Harry de la Pena was the first to give the zone of silence its name. Interestingly, the man was so intrigued by this mysterious area that he kept returning there to find out more about the anomaly. He found out that dead radio zones couldn't be mapped because they seemed to wander all over the place. No one could explain the phenomenon. But thanks to the engineers' reports, the Mapami Silent Zone got its eerie reputation. On the other hand, weird radio silence isn't the only oddity of the creepy zone. Oh no, there are other, even more perplexing mysteries. Like, what's that weird trio that locals keep meeting in the zone? They're two men and a woman, all three of them blonde, which is already weird for that region. Interestingly, every time people see them, they're wearing bizarre clothing that isn't suitable for a journey in the desert whatsoever. The strangers not only speak Spanish as fluently as the locals, but they're also attractive and polite to the extreme. The story has it that the trio frequents one ranch, and their motive is always the same. When they arrive, they don't ask for food, money, or shelter. All they need is to fill their bottles with the water from the well. Only once, one of the ranch workers dared to ask the visitors where they come from, but all he got in reply was 3 enigmatic smiles and the words, "from above." But that's not all. In October 1975, 2 fossil hunters, Ernesto and Josefina Diaz, headed toward the zone of silence to collect as many rare samples and unusual rocks as they could find. But this adventure didn't go as smoothly as they hoped, and almost ended in a disaster. Immersed in their work, the couple didn't notice a violent rainstorm coming toward them until it was too late. They tried to escape by jumping into their car and driving away at full speed, but they weren't fast enough to dodge a flash flood. The situation was becoming more dire with every passing minute, and the ground around their vehicle was slowly but surely turning into a boggy swamp that was threatening to suck them in. The couple was stranded inside the car and was preparing for the worst. But then, something inexplicable happened. When Ernesto and Josefina saw 2 men approaching them, they thought they were hallucinating. But no, the men seemed real, tall and well-built. They were wearing identical bright yellow raincoats and caps. They promised to free the couple from the trap, and true to their word, the Diaz's car was out of danger and on firm ground in a matter of minutes. However, when Ernesto climbed out of the vehicle to thank the men, they were nowhere to be found. Mystery unsolved. On top of all that, the zone of silence is known as a 30-mile patch of deserted land, where meteorites come crashing down on an eerily regular basis. In the 20th century alone, there were quite a number of such crashes, with 2 of the meteorites miraculously falling in the same spot, but 16 years apart, in 1938 and 1954. Eyewitnesses of one of the most impressive falls, in 1969, claimed they couldn't forget that event for years. One of them was a man named Benjamin Palacios, who had been living on the edge of the Mapami Silent Zone his whole life. He woke up at night to find the sky as bright as if it were daytime. The light could be seen miles away, and it was accompanied by a tremendous noise. It was so loud that the windows were breaking in the nearby houses. Then the meteorite exploded into thousands of pieces that littered the ground for miles, creating one of the biggest strewn fields known. And still, there's even more to the zone of silence. On July 11, 1970, the U.S. launched an Athena rocket from the Air Force Base in Green River, Utah, to collect more data on how vehicles behaved when they re-entered the upper atmosphere. But here's the thing. The rocket was supposed to land somewhere in the area of White Sands in New Mexico. Instead, it went off course and, as if being pulled by some external force, crashed right in the heart of the zone of silence. Was it a coincidence or a freaky irregularity? The U.S. authorities asked for permission to retrieve the rocket debris, and the Mexican government granted them access to the site. But in the process, the search party could tell that something was tampering with all of their communications. That's why it was incredibly difficult to coordinate the work of the teams. Besides interrupted radio signals, people also had issues with satellite and television signals. Some theorists even suppose that strong magnetic fields in the area had somehow created a so-called dark zone for modern technologies. It all sounds very, very mysterious. But let's figure out what stands behind these stories. Understandably, scientists have been trying to explain the things happening in the zone of silence for years. The most plausible conclusion they've drawn so far is the influence of minerals that are deposited deep underground. For example, some scientists are sure that high levels of magnetite and uranium in the area may be responsible for the lack of radio signals. Besides, as you remember, the zone of silence is covered with debris from fallen meteorites, which are usually rich in iron and other metals. They may be the reason for the zone's signal anomalies as well. On the other hand, some experts disagree that the zone of silence attracts more meteorites than any other place on Earth. They also state that there's not enough evidence to prove that something paranormal or unusual is happening there. As they say, all the rumors about the abnormal nature of the area are exaggerated and ridiculous. But even skeptics can't deny that there have been cases of radio communication loss and weird signal tampering. On the other hand, this phenomenon may have another rational explanation. The zone of silence is surrounded by a mountain range, which can easily cause interference. As for the mysterious friendly people strolling through the desert, experts are sure that they're nothing but an urban legend created to lure curious souls and develop local tourism. But even without these stories and blood-chilling legends, the zone is nothing short of marvelous. Scientists say that the environment of the area is genuinely unique, with its own flora and fauna species. For instance, you can find 31 kinds of plants there that only grow in this region, as well as 75 species of protected animals, including the desert tortoise, which has a vulnerable status nowadays. Also, the place is swarming with fossils, which can shed light on the history of the region. It's no wonder that in 1979, the Zone of Silence became part of the Mapani-Bolson Biosphere Reserve, with a laboratory built next to the mountain range Cerro San Ignacio. Wow! Do you know any other mysterious places?
That was very interesting, man. Good looking out on that. Everybody give Wolf a round of applause for putting us on with that. That was dope, yo. I like stuff like that. So look, I was listening to Brother Yusuf, and dude actually has a channel where he talks about the magic, and he talks about crystals and stuff like that, and a lot of different things he talks about. And it's called New Life Tools. Very interesting channel. I would recommend you guys subscribe to it. Guy's very knowledgeable. And he was saying that a lot of times when those meteorites fall from the upper skies, that they're actually fallen angels. And he was saying that when they come to this dimension, which is I think it was the fourth dimension, he was saying when they come to the fourth dimension, the shape changes so they look like a rock or what have you. And when things like crystals land, which were basically are pieces of meteorite, things like moldavite is a great example of one that was in the Czech Republic. It was supposed to be an asteroid or meteorite that actually hit the Czech Republic and exploded to a bunch of pieces. It was a giant piece of, it was a giant piece of rock, but it scattered all over the place. And as a result, it was called moldavite. And the reason that these crystals have different abilities and stuff like that is for whatever reason that angel body had a different ability as such. It's very interesting stuff, man. And this could possibly make sense because if you guys were watching last week, I showed you how the Suga, what was it? What was it? The Sugalite, I think I had. It was the black Sugalite, I think it was. This is the tourmaline I showed you guys, and there was the Sugalite, the black one. And when you put it next to the electromagnetic frequency machine I had showed you guys that I had, like over here, I'm getting bombarded with all kinds of radiation. That's why I keep this handy. And it basically absorbs a lot of the radiation. So when you put the meter right here, it would go off the rails, beep, 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 high levels of radiation, electromagnetic frequency. But when you put the crystal right in front of it, it completely drops to zero. And I showed you this like 7 times to prove you it wasn't a hoax. It actually absorbs the electromagnetic frequency. There'll be a situation where there's a whole bunch of that, like they said, in the desert. And the reason why there's so much of that around there or whatever is because when those asteroids come and hit or they land, they break into a bunch of pieces and they're disturbing the radio signal. Maybe that's a possibility. Maybe it's another kind of asteroid that hit where that asteroid has the ability to do such a thing. I mean, that's very interesting information. As far as the people go that were appearing left and right, who knows, man? They could have been angels themselves. They take different shapes. Yes, because they know the fertilizer that fed the peaches. Hold on, the Devil's Punch Bowl. Are you talking about the neighbor, the town that was purposely flooded? Is that what you're talking about? And they actually kill people and use their body for manure, not manure, but fertilizer and stuff like that. Is that what you're talking about? I think that might be what you're talking about. Yeah, there was actually an indigenous town that they actually massacred. I think that might be what he's referring to. I think I was talking about something else with that circle. Look at the Bible. Caesar still runs the world. Nothing new under the sun. Facts. Hit the like button, yes sir. What's up, everybody in the chat room, including the host? Yes, indeed. Carl in the house. What up, Carl? What's your email, G? I deal with a few groups: Nationals, Maryland, Freeman, Nationals, Patriots, Sovereigns, American Native State Citizens, some Moors. You do have any Moors? I actually know a few Moors. Yes, I do know a few Moors. I've had a great conversation with the Moors. But yeah, my email's right there, man. If you look at it's scrolling right at the bottom. And it's also in the description section. So just reach out to me. I remember that there's a CO zone. They starved 20,000 free slaves to death and let them die of starvation and smallpox. And people there won't eat the peaches because they know we're fertilizing. Right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're talking about the same thing. Now. I thought you were talking about something else. I think it's called what I was talking about. It's called the Devil's Circle or something like that. Actually, that's the town that's flooded, right? And then there's rumors that when people try to sail across that water, the boat always capsizes. Like there's never been a successful trek across that lake because they're saying that there's a hand. If you try to swim in a lake, there's a hand that grabs you and pulls you down. So people are afraid to swim. Many national groups in Maryland. I'm a Nazarite and I am a son of a Mason, Cherokee, and a Blackfoot. My mother is apartheid freedom fighter of South Africa. I have 2 passports, grew up with. Please reach out to me, bro. That's the kind of knowledge I need to be in touch with. Hit my email, man. Hit the Proton mail, bro. Please do. Brother Dane Calloway talked about the Devil's Punch Bowl in Mississippi. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. Diplomats and nationals and the glue between many groups. It would be a pleasure to extend my hand, A1. Oh, it's A6, but okay. Stay righteous and let me know where I can find an email with tap in. Shalom. Shalom, sir. The state of motion versus rest, the energy behind conscious. Check it out. Mysterious CIA document provides astounding information. Video advice has cool vids on. State of motion versus rest. Yeah, you're talking about the documents that was declassified like 5 years ago, right? I read those when they talked about how meditation was real. What was it? It was a few things they were talking about. Meditation, psychic abilities, I think they said was real. The dream world, they explained the different what the dream world actually was. Declassified documents. There was a whole bunch of things they talked about. Interdimensional. They said what was it? Interdimensional. Interdimensional travel. I think they mentioned, and they also mentioned out of body. What was it? Out of body experiences too, where you can actually separate your soul, your spirit from your actual body. That was actually real, and I know that was real because I actually did that myself once when I was younger. But yeah, 100%. Very cool, Wolf. Hitting super abilities and video advice. Awesome channel. Hitting super abilities. Can crystals bring you bad luck to teach you and earn you? What? Oh, to teach and warn you. I'm pretty sure there is something here. I mean, I don't know if it's bad luck necessarily. A lot of people say Moldavite is bad luck, but the thing about Moldavite is not necessarily bad luck. Moldavite brings it's a change crystal. So whatever change that you have in your mind, you have an idea of how you're supposed to be living and what you actually want out of life. And Moldavite actually starts to change the environment around you according to what you really desire and want. So a lot of people think it's bad luck because I lost my job, such and such. Meanwhile, they're working at a dead end job. They've been wanting to quit for the longest time. They just never had the balls or guts to do so. Opens up different doors and stuff like that. It's the crystal of change, you know. But yeah, it's very much. I wouldn't call it bad luck necessarily, you know. What up, James? Good to see you here, man. Astro travel, that's what it was. Yeah, transcendence. Yep. All crystals have different properties and benefits. Yeah, dude, listen, I've been telling y'all, yo, this right here, bro, this book right here by Judy Hall is the truth. I'm telling you, bro. Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna show you how hard body this book is, right? There's an index in the back of the book, and I've told you guys time and time again about this book. There's an index in the back of the book. Any ailment you have, or anything you have that you want to deal with mentally, physically, personality wise, luck, it's even got one for good luck. It has it back here, yo. Literally. I highly recommend it, man. Highly recommend it. This book is a powerful freaking book. This is dope. Yeah, this is some fire right here. But yeah, man, all kinds of stuff in there, man. You know, we talk about metaphysical world, it's a whole different thing. All right, let me show you another video here. And I told you guys about this before. You guys know this for the most part. All right, this is mental diet. So this guy explains to you why diet isn't just what you eat.
What's poppin'? These are 5 things you need to hear today. Let's go. Number 1, important people come and go. That's okay. Number 2, you can look at it as rejection or you can look at it as redirection. Number 3, you define what fun is. Don't allow someone to make you feel like what you like is stupid. Number 4, sometimes you're gonna have to let other people down to make yourself happy. Number 5, your diet isn't just what you eat. Your diet is what you watch, listen to, and allow around you.
Boom, cut and dry. Cut and dry. Diet, what you allow around you and in your circle. You know, some good stuff there. Good stuff. I want you guys to see that. Anybody who's struggling or having any problems, that's a good place to start. Start with yourself, man. You know what I mean? Check out the series on Netflix, Stranger Things. It tells you about the inner dimensions. I tried to get into Stranger Things the first season. I couldn't get into it though. I'll try it again though. But this was back before I was fully capable of seeing certain things. Citrine, listen, yo, let me tell you about citrine, bro. Citrine is fire. Yo, listen, citrine is fire. Absolutely. That is a crystal that a lot of people use it for monetary gain. Let me read it off to you. I recommended citrine to another national here. He grabbed it and he said, "Yo, I definitely noticed an increase in my monetary gain since I've been messing with the citrine." But yeah, 100. I like citrine, man. Let me see here. Yeah, look, and it's got an index and it's got a table of contents too, where you can look up individual crystals. See, that's in the beginning of the book, and it actually has pictures of the crystals too in that joint also. $116. I'm gonna read off to y'all what it says, just so y'all can know that this book is the truth, man. Best investments, man. I'm telling you, books are like the best investments, bro. Like if I'd have been investing in books when I graduated high school till now, I would literally be Professor X and couldn't none of y'all fuck with me. Like, yo, I'd be able to like literally move shit with my mind and all that. All right, check it out. All right, so citrine is basically like a orangish, yellowish, brownish crystal. So the attributes of citrine. Citrine is a powerful cleanser and regenerator, carrying the power of the sun. This is an exceedingly beneficial stone. It is warming, energizing, and highly creative. This is one of the crystals that never needs cleansing. It absorbs, transmutes, dissipates, and grounds negative energy and is therefore extremely protective of the environment. Citrine energizes the level of life as an aura protector. It acts as an early warning system so that action can be taken to protect oneself. Now, somebody asked me about a warning and crystals can warn you. It says it right here, literally in the book, right here. It has the ability to cleanse the chakras, especially the solar plexus and navel chakras. It activates the crown chakra and opens the intuition. Citrine cleanses and balances the subtle bodies, aligning them with the physical. Citrine is one of the stones of abundance. The dynamic stone teaches how to manifest and attracts wealth and, and prosperity, success, and all good things. Citrine is a happy, generous stone and encourages sharing what you have and yet helps you to hold on to your wealth. It has the power to impart joy to all who behold it. Gloom and negativity have no place around citrine. It is a useful stone for smoothing group or family discord. Psychologically, citrine raises self esteem and self confidence and removes destructive tendencies. It enhances individuality, improves motivation, activates creativity, and encourages self expression. It makes you less sensitive, especially to criticism, and encourages acting on constructive criticism. It helps you develop a positive attitude to look forward to optimistically going with the flow instead of hanging on to the past. The stone promotes enjoyment of new experiences and encourages exploring every possible avenue until you find the best solution. It's got a whole lot more in here too, so check that out, man. Citrine is definitely one of my favorites. I rock the bracelet with the citrine on it. I never take this bad boy off unless it's time to clean the other stones. But yeah, I love the bad boy. I love that joint. 100%. Book name is called The Crystal Bible. I'm gonna show you the spine of the book. It's by Judy Hall. The Crystal Bible. It's a great book. It's good as a reference book. You don't necessarily have to read through it like a regular book, but it's a great reference book. So if you have something in your life you might be struggling with, you might want to consult that bad boy to help you out. My man said he got 40 different crystals. I don't have 40. I think I got about probably 25 of them. But if Professor X was so smart and strong, why could he not move his legs? Yo, that's fire, yo. That's facts. That's 100% facts. Yeah, dude cannot move his legs. You got me on that one, Chief. And he couldn't move his legs, but he could literally make you carry him anywhere he needed to go. He'd make you lift that heavy ass gold wheelchair up and carry that bad boy till your lungs collapse. That's how powerful he was. Facts though, citrine works. That's all I can say. I'm telling y'all, man, that citrine is dope. You have a contact email. I live in your area and need some help from like-minded people. Please reach out to me. Please reach out to me. I got you. Absolutely. New AI cutting edge has conscious Elon Musk stated 3 weeks. I know. Yes, I know already. I already know it. What's up, Tony? Yo, listen. Let me tell you how AI is literally replacing people's brains. And y'all see the shirt, right? Y'all see the shirt. It starts off with a man with a newspaper, and then it goes to a man with a radio. Move this chain out of the way. And then it's got a dude with his laptop, and then it's got, what else is this? A dude with a TV, and then it's a dude with a smartphone, and they slowly turning into sheep. See? I'm coming closer so y'all can see. They slowly turning into sheep. This is actually from forbiddenclothes.com. You can follow them on Instagram. They got all kinds of cool stuff. I got to grab some more shirts from them. I want to grab some white ones, though, but they got a lot of black shirts. But black shirts be too hot in the summer around here, man. The sun will beat the hell out of you with black shirts on. But back to what I was saying. As far as the AI goes, AI is replacing people's intelligence, period, bro. So check this out. I actually went earlier to get some gas, right? So I go to the Royal Farms and I figured out they have a little kiosk off to the side where they actually, oh, not even a kiosk, but a register. So they still will ring you up and all that stuff. They'll still do it, but like a lot of them don't be trying to do that shit. So I walked up to the joint ready to get some gasoline because I don't use the pump credit card machine out by the pump. All my subscribers, anybody watching this video, I usually get about 300 views a video. All 300 of y'all watching this video, do not, and I repeat, do not put your card inside the credit card slot at the gas pump. People put skimmers in them joints. They drop them off like 8 a.m. or something like that. People run their cards and get their gas and they pull a skimmer out around 5. Next thing you know, they got like 200 people's credit card information and they using all kinds of shit to make purchases on your credit card. So don't do that. All my followers and subscribers, if you got to do so to use a card, go inside. Don't use that joint at the pump or use cash. So I go in the joint to get gas, right? So I go up to the register and I was like, yeah, I'm trying to get some gas. He was like, use this kiosk. I'm not using the kiosk. I wanted you to ring me up. Oh, okay, no problem. So this motherfucker comes over there, right? Let me tell you how this kid behind the counter, this kid looked like he's about probably 20. He did not know how to ring me up for gas. He had to go get the manager to figure out how to ring me up for gas. Literally, I watched this kid go get the manager because he didn't know how to ring me up for gasoline. Like, yo, about 10 years ago, this was unheard of. Like, yo, you don't know how to put gas on the pump. Like, why are you working here? I mean, like, what the hell? Are you literally that brain dead with technology? And this is the thing, yo. These corporations, bro, they literally got these machines here. And think about this for a second, yo. They literally want to charge you more for gas, right? But they want you to bring your ass in and do the fucking work to ring yourself up. You ain't getting paid shit. You paying them more. What is this? And then same thing when you go to the supermarket. You got to ring yourself up at the self-checkout. No, fuck that. You ring me up. Get over here and ring me up. I ain't with that, man. I ain't with it. Not at all. My email is right in the description. Y'all can't see that? It must be blurry. Do y'all see the banner at the bottom? Y'all see the banner at the bottom here? It's a banner right at the bottom. It's a-6_grindtime@protonmail.com. That's the email. Let me make sure I put it in there. Cash App is there too. Email is, hold on. Actually, it's not. Surprise. I thought I put it in there. I'm gonna have to change that. But yeah, it's in the description also. So if y'all can if you want to check out the description or whatever, you can just hit my email. I should be getting like 15 emails from y'all, man, because I got a lot of people asking me for email. Hit my email. I got you. Thank you, Mr. Truth. Thank you, bro. I use cash, period. Facts. Bro, the Olympics only going to get bigger by adding all the different sports, bro. Cornhole is a sport now. Really? That's crazy. You know what's wild to me? They don't have Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as a sport in the Olympics. That's odd to me. Like they got judo in the joint, which judo is the standing aspect pretty much. But as far as the groundwork, they don't have the groundwork joint on there, which is that's crazy. I'm surprised they ain't put it in there yet. But yeah, any sport that pretty much is in the Olympics, you can make a living off of because you can literally, if you're real good, you can open a school and teach the joint, and then people trying to get in the Olympics, they'll come train at your school. Like Michael Phelps has a school, a swimming school. He didn't sold a long ass time ago. You'll open the school and just sold the name and the rights to the joint for like $1 million. This dude's getting paid left and right. He was on Wheaties. You know what I mean? This mofo did the school, Olympic gold medals, weed, all that. He got everything. he got everything on Smash. Facts. Citrine bracelet. Yeah, please, yo, grab that citrine. Make sure it's authentic too. Make sure it comes on an authentication slip. But yeah, grab yourself a citrine bracelet. They're not expensive, man. You can get yourself a multiple crystal bracelet. I got tourmaline, citrine. I got tiger's eye on here. I got a few different crystals on this joint, so highly recommend it, man. You must have tuned in late, Jewel. You must have tuned in late, bro, because like we just covered that. But citrine's a crystal, pretty much. That it's I just read literally what citrine did, so you got to run it back. But yeah, it's a crystal, pretty much. Good for you, bro. Let that youngin do some more. Right. Like, bro, you want me to go over to the kiosk and ring myself up? No, nigga, you gonna do that shit yourself. God damn it. Piss me off with that shit. Annoying. But nah, facts. Fact of the matter is, a lot of these kids' brain is turning into slush because they're not being challenged at all. Like you just, what are you there for then? You just stand there all day? Like, nah, bro. Get your ass up and do something, man. You just want to stand around. Fuck that. Tiger's eye had me wild in a couple. Hey man, the tiger's eye is necessary, bro. It's necessary, man. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. I feel you on that though. Sometimes I be having to catch myself though, because I think tiger's eye, one of the things it does, it takes away your inhibition to say certain things. And you might say some shit accidentally, like, why the fuck did I say that to that man? Like it's the truth. And he needed to hear it, but god damn, I could have said that a little more polite than that. I think that's what the tiger's eye does. Let's see. Let me run that. Let me see. I think that's one of the characteristics. Here it is, 289, tiger's eye. Yeah. Yep, this is the tiger. I keep the tiger's eye on here. Tiger's eye combines the earth energy with the energies of the sun to create a high vibrational state that is nevertheless grounded, drawing the spiritual energies to earth. Placed on the third eye, it enhances psychic abilities in earthly people and balances the lower chakras, stimulating the rise of the Kundalini energy. Gotta look at Kundalini. Tiger's eye is a protective stone that was traditionally carried as a talisman against ill wishing and curses. It shows the correct use of power and brings out integrity. It assists in accomplishing goals, recognizing inner resources, and promoting clarity of intention. Placed in the navel chakra, tiger's eye is excellent for people who are spaced out or uncommitted. It grounds and facilitates manifestation of the will. Tiger's eye anchors the change into the physical body. The stone is useful for recognizing both your needs and those of other people. It differentiates between wishful thinking about what you want and what you really need. Tiger's eye integrates the hemispheres of the brain and enhances practical perception. It aids collecting scattered information to make a coherent whole. Is helpful for resolving dilemmas and internal conflicts, especially those brought by pride and willingfulness. Tiger's eye is particularly useful for healing mental dis-ease. There you go. Dis-ease, disease. And personality disorders. Psychologically, tiger's eye heals issues of self-worth, self-criticism, and blocked creativity. It aids in recognizing one's talents and abilities, and conversely, faults that need to be overcome. It supports an additional personality in making changes. Emotionally, tiger's eye balances yin and yang and energizes the emotional body. It alleviates depression and lifts moods. All right, so that's not the actual one. It just makes you say shit. I don't believe. Hold on, let me see. Yep. Yeah, this isn't that. That's not the particular crystal, but yeah, one of these other ones on here. I know I just had a bracelet that exploded, so that might have been one of those. Let me see. $20 for a citrine bracelet sound legit. About 25, 30, something like that. Yeah. We spoiled in Jersey. We don't pump our own gas. Yo, that's crazy to me. Because when I go to places like Jersey and you gotta let them pump your gas, I'd be like, yo, I can do it. I got hands. I'm like, nah, but it's actually jobs for people. So I ain't mad about it. I just go ahead and tip the man. Let him rock out. You feel me? But yeah, I thought that was odd. I say that. Scholar Wave machines are great as well. Never used one of those. Yes, indeed, man. We rolled up on 2 hours. I've been running my mouth for almost 2 hours. Man, crazy. All right. All right, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link for anybody to join if they need to, or if they want to join, in case they got something they want to put upon us. Link is right here. There's the link. So if you want to jump in, if you had any questions, comments, concerns, you can do so now. You can chop this fable. They'll say we don't spoil our gas. Excuse me, we don't pump our gas. We're spoiled in Jersey. Y'all crazy. y'all crazy out there in Jersey, man. Letting people pump y'all gas, man. Y'all got hands. Pump your own gas, goddamn it. Dirty Jersey. Jersey's dope, man. I haven't been to Jersey in a while. Jersey's fire though. I know a lot of people from Jersey. We're very like-minded. They come down here, they pretty much blend right in with Baltimoreans. Marylanders in general. Ah, boy. I know I'm hungry. I need to get something to eat. I'm gonna get up off here and get something. If nobody jumping in this chat, I'm telling y'all right now, 2 hours rolling around, I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'm kind of hungry right now, boss. Facts. Yes, sir. But yeah, I actually did some grounding earlier today. Got a chance to get my feet on the soil. Anytime you guys get a chance, make sure you get some grounding, dude. Like, yo, take your socks and your shoes off and put them in the soil. You know what I mean, in the grass or whatever. Don't be afraid to get your feet a little bit dirty in the earth, and let them just sit there in the earth and just chill. You know, just relax, man. Kick it. Or you can just a lot of people like to sit Indian style down in the grass, or a lot of people just they'll lay down under a tree. It's really relaxing. If you never slept underneath a tree before, dude, it is stupid relaxing. Like underneath a tree is just a different kind of peaceful. You know, you just land and you can hear the wind blowing and you can hear the trees shifting and stuff like that. And you got yourself a little book or a snack and you just laying under a tree and the shade, the sunlight's all around you. It's real peaceful, man, but it's because you're grounded with the earth. You know, any negativity you have inside your body, you're grounding with the earth, so it's pulling that negativity out of you. So you actually get a nice jolt of energy and a clearer mind. It's easier to think. You know, you just get yourself some time to ground, man, and pull that negativity out of you. You get charged. You know, our bodies are electric, so it operates off electricity. So it's important to ground out, especially when you're dealing with like energy and stuff like that with people. Negative energy gets pulled right out. Thank you, Jersey Diverse, my dude. Yeah, Jersey's dope, yo. All I got is Texas police. Walk of shame, 1 minute. What you talking about, Chief? What you talking about, G? Yo, let me tell you, Joel stayed with his foot on law enforcement neck. Yo, he don't play no games. They don't fuck with Joel. They already got over my man once. So he said it ain't gonna happen again. He said he about to put them Texas police in the walk of shame in 1 minute. Let them police walk of shame if they ain't about respect to other men. Facts. 100% facts. All right, looks like I got somebody in the green room. My man Cash. I got my man Cash in the green room. What up, Cash?
What's up, y'all?
What's up, famo?
Nothing, just tapping in since I always be in the chat, so I'm just tapping in.
Absolute, man. What's on your mind, Chief? Talk to me, my man.
Nothing. I just be here to learn different stuff. You know what I mean? Like
facts.
Just see where other people's head is at.
100%, man. 100%. You be here every week. We in here just bouncing information off everybody, man. A lot of times I come in here, I learn from everybody else. That thing about the that Mexico silent zone was crazy though, wasn't it?
I really didn't catch most of it. I was trying to look up something else.
Oh, you didn't see it? Okay, yeah. Mexico silent zone was crazy, man. That was crazy. But as far as the do you mess with crystals at all?
Yeah, I got a lot of them.
Okay,
Actually,
you said you got 40, right?
Yeah, I got about 40 of them.
Okay, cool. Do you how do you clean most of them, man?
I put them on this little thing I got from the stove. When I go to the store, they give you this, what is it, selenite, I think? They give you this thing.
Okay, yeah, I actually had one of those.
You just set it on there for a little bit and clear the energy off of it.
Facts.
And then set your intention, if you have any intentions.
Yep. Rock that joint.
But that citrine, yeah. Once people start wearing, if you got the real citrine, you will notice an increase in your money.
Yes, indeed. I told people also get on that website, missingmoney.com. I got that from Bad Wolf. Shout out to the Bad Wolf. Missingmoney.com. I went on that joint and you basically punch your state in, your name, and if they got some money they've been trying to give you, but they couldn't give it to you for whatever reason, maybe the address changed or maybe there's another hang up, check that out because I definitely I made out a little bit with that. So if y'all can, make sure y'all get up on that and see if y'all can y'all got some money waiting for y'all somehow. You might have a check for 5 bands sitting there in limbo. Missingmoney.com, man. Check that out.
I'm writing it down right now.
Yes, indeed. Everybody needs to check that out, man. Get yourself a little paycheck. You know?
I just got this other little honey though from this honey from Honduras. You know what I mean? You know, people with eye problems. You put some of it on your eye as an eye drop. You ever watch anything from KT the Arch Degree?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, he was one of his mom was like a what's the word for it? An apprentice of Dr. Sabi.
A word, okay.
Yeah, so he was like kind of one of his sons.
What's it called? Honey of Honduras?
No, it's called Nested. Let me get the bottle. I'll just show you the damn bottle.
Yeah, let me see that. And it enhances your eyesight, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Can you see it?
Nah, I can't see the wait a minute, hold on. I see nectar. What is that?
Hold on, let me go the other way. Nested nectar.
Spell that.
Nesut nectar.
Nested nectar. Okay. It's Nested nectar. I'm gonna put it in the chat for y'all because I'm gonna look into that, yo, because I know somebody that actually needs it. I actually have
that bottle like $2.
I got superhuman vision. I don't need it, but I know people that do. So absolutely.
That bottle like $200.
I mean, you know, anything good is not gonna be cheap. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm just putting it out. There's like $2.
Right. Let me see.
But I was trying to get my mom to try something, see if she because I don't have bad vision, but my mom does.
Right. So, I agree with that. Are crystals and spiritually not religious partners? There's a lot of speculation about that, man. But crystals are rocks, bro. Like literally, crystals are of the earth. So I mean,
right.
Yeah, like when people say crystals are demonic, I'm like, yo, crystals are literally from the earth, which God created. So, you know, God already said that God created the earth. And if you believe God created the earth, you're saying that he made crystals and the crystals are rocks, basically. You're saying that they're evil. Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense to me. But yeah, I don't think so. I think the Catholic Church did a lot of that in the Dark Ages. There was a lot of information that was removed from the Bible and different books that were taken out and different teachings that were pretty much cut from the Bible because they didn't want people knowing this stuff. You weren't even allowed to know how to read Latin back then. The only one that could read Latin was a high priestess. If you learn how to read, if they caught you trying to learn how to read Latin, they would kill you and they would burn your corpse after they killed you. Literally, look it up. The Dark Ages in Catholicism. That blew me away. These are churches. Churches would kill you and burn you. Churches. Yo, facts.
Yeah.
Right.
But one of the biggest things I have, like when Jehovah's Witnesses or Mormons or anything of that nature come to my door, I'll ask them, well, if they know what was people doing before the Bible, prior to the Bible, because time didn't start with the Bible.
Right.
I haven't got an answer to that question.
You get the fluoride stare afterwards.
Right. Whereas, don't talk to him. Don't talk to him again.
Yeah, they won't come back after that though, which works. They'll mark your number down and not bother you again. Number on your door.
Definitely.
What happened in Mexico? Jules, you killing me, bro. Like, you killing me, Jules. You gotta rewind it, bro. Alexandro, you gotta rewind that, homie.
That's what I'll be doing. That's what I'll be doing when I miss it. I'll rewind it or I'll start at the beginning.
Yes, indeed. We did literally dedicated about 25 minutes to that. You'll rewind that back, Chief. Iron sharpen iron. Good to be with like-minded minds. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yes.
That's how you find your tribe. People who think like you.
You know what's crazy, Cash? Like, I know a lot of these bigger channels watch my channel, dude, because I'll talk about something like find your tribe. I literally had that video out a month ago, and I'm seeing like 3 different other channels, like hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Find your tribe. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, like I'm the guy that came with that, y'all. I mean, but I feel you though. The message
No,
needs to
no, no, no. I heard you. I heard you say it. But I said, for me, my opinion, in order you have to be around like-minded people. If you don't want to, because your conversation is not for everybody.
That's true.
So I understand that, and but yeah, I'll be into all the crazy shit. That's why I was saying something about the Shaq and
Yeah. I
the
like stuff
Jalen
like that
Rose.
though, yeah. Yeah, the Shaq joint was crazy. He was there's definitely something going on there.
They got there's plenty of them. They got Jalen Rose. They got the Steph Curry with the little arm pinching that's a human arm pinches like.
Well, what happened?
There's one, if you look up Steph Curry as a robot.
What?
And they'll show him in slow motion, and his arm pinches like in the middle of the arm, like right here. And it nobody human arm makes that gesture, that move, that nothing. Like
They
I've
said
been
that's
seeing.
why he be hitting all them threes. They said he a fucking AI.
I mean,
this dude be hitting. I done seen this dude. That's I don't put it past because I done seen this dude hit 3-pointers from outside, like in the stands right by the entrance. Did you see that?
Yes, I see all that, but
he don't miss. Like, yo, what the fuck? How did you do that? Crazy shit.
Yeah, ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody human pulling that off.
Right. I mean, you know, that's insane. You can practice.
Let me see Reggie Miller do it. I want to see Reggie Miller do it. Then I'll shut up.
Right. Dursa True says, "Do you eat the nectar or put it in your eyes?" I think it's an eye drop, right?
It's alkaline, so you can eat it or put it in your eyes. You know what I mean? And then 5 minutes, you should start feeling the effects after 5 minutes later. It says you should be on a mono diet, you know, which is eating the same thing, raw mono, like eating the strawberries or whatever you like. Okay. But I've seen things happen that people who wasn't on the diet, stuff cleared up.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Says they said reincarnation out of the Bible according to Sanos Bonacci. I believe that 100%.
I read a book called Black Root Science. Have you heard of that book?
What is it? Yeah, yeah. A friend of mine was telling me about that book where he said he was talking about the story of Adam and Eve and how it was like a different perspective where the God was actually that was telling them not to do all this stuff was actually Satan, and the snake was actually supposed to be the God within them, the Kundalini energy, telling them to wake up. That's what I heard from him, and I was like, that's an interesting perspective.
Well, no, they got the whole book on it's called Black Root Science, and they say that what is it, 8 billion and or 8 trillion, 6 million black guys, you know. That's what they believe, but they have their whole story. You know, I mean, this from Africa. They say that a meteor hit. You know, they was going through a lawsuit with Disney over the ritual, the Black Panther ritual they put in the movie, where he was drinking from the purple flower, and they put him in sleep. You know, what I mean, that's a real ritual they had out there. They got 3 different plants. I mean, they have their whole website. They have a whole website telling you that. So they was trying to get money from Disney for stealing their secrets because they said Jack Kirby and Stan Lee went over there and stole their secrets and made money off of them.
Wow. I believe that too.
That was what Ambassador Prince Michael, I was telling you a couple of weeks back.
Yeah, you did mention that. Ambassador Prince Michael. Yeah, you were saying they stole a whole story, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's what this flag right here, how I got this flag right here behind me.
Okay.
It's the African diaspora.
Okay.
But yeah, it was interesting because that's a different, you know, their story doesn't say nothing about what the Bible says.
Interesting.
You know, it mentions Jesus Christ, but it doesn't. Yeah, I mean, they believe once you pass on, you reincarnate, you come back, different personality.
Yeah,
And they
like
mentioned
I kind of
virginity.
sense that though. I kind of sense that, bro. Like it just don't make sense that you could just die and that's it. Like nah,
For some, but not for others.
For some, not for people with souls, right? Hey, let me ask you a question,
Right.
bro. I heard somebody say something about whenever you see a situation where a baby dies, like tragically or something like that, it's because in their previous life they did some fucked up shit and they got away with it. I thought that was an interesting take. I was like, whoa, like the soul
It's a
actually had
possibility.
committed some shit earlier, like a mass murder, and ended up getting away with it. It's like a serial killer that survived or something like that and didn't get caught and then died with that on his conscience. And then he was born again. He was like 5 and got hit by a bus and run over and stuff like that, and then didn't even make it to 6. And then it's because in the previous life he did some foul shit. He or she did some foul shit. They were saying like, yo,
Right.
tragedies like that don't just happen for no reason. Like.
That is another way to think about it. Because who knows? You know what I mean? As far as I'm concerned, we've been lied to about everything.
Hell yeah, absolutely. That's why we're here trying to figure shit out. That's why we're here every Sunday trying to figure shit out, man. You've been lying
Yeah,
to so much.
it's cool to be able to share your thoughts with other people that ain't gonna be look like that's some weird shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some people's minds is not ready. They're not expanded that far.
Exactly. You ever start talking to somebody else who was awakened and you just lose track of time? Like you'll start if you happen to run into somebody who's thirst for knowledge and you start pouring the knowledge onto them and you look down at your clock or your watch and it's like 2 hours past. Like, yo, what the fuck? I know it's 2 hours. You know what I mean? Has that ever happened to you?
No, it's the other way around with me. I get to talking and now I know which videos to put on to get the people who don't want to listen out of here. So I got a buddy who come over here and if he's not intaking none of the conversation I'm saying, I'll just put on the NBA because he watched sports. I'll put on the NBA robot video or something. And he'll leave immediately.
Right.
He'll just leave. It's funny.
Hilarious. Aaron had crystal revelation talk of all different precious stones. Interesting. Okay. How do we miss that? That's interesting. Maybe the Bible is not literal in some senses, not a historical archive. I think it has a lot of good history in it, though. So I think it's a lot of good
There's a lot of
history.
good principles. It has good principles. You know what I mean? But I don't think most of it's true. The Mormon girls had kept coming to my door. So something popped up on my YouTube and I watched it. It was stuff about stuff that you wasn't told that was in the Bible. And they start telling how some kings start writing their own Bibles. And I wrote that shit down in my notebook. The guy that created the Mormonism, he happened to be in that little report. So I've been sitting here waiting for him to come back. Like, I think his name was Joseph Smith or something. He created his own version of the Bible from Old and New Testaments. So I had been waiting on them to come back. They ain't came back.
Of course not.
Right. I might wake up some of they little cadets.
I asked these religious zealots, where is Jesus, Moses, etc. tombs at? That's a good question.
Right.
Bible, basic instructions before leaving Earth. That's what I go by, yo. I tell people that. Yeah. Shout out
How
to
many
Jizzo on
different
that.
versions of it is it though? How many different versions of there is it?
A lot.
And why?
A lot. There's a whole lot of different versions of the Bible, man.
It's like news channels.
Yep. Agreed. Always now. Magnets. Okay, thanks for asking, A6 for asking, and thanks, Cash, for hipping us onto them drops. Yes, indeed.
Oh, definitely.
In order for Christendom to thrive, Christianity had to be killed and its tenets relegated to the followers and not its leaders. Yo, you saw the actor of Black Panther was saying he couldn't talk about Black Panther 2 because he was already dead in short interview. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. The interview he did. That was weird. That was weird. He talking about
KT the
Chadwick Boseman.
KT the Arch Degree got a 2 hour thing with Ambassador Chris Michael where he was talking about the a year to the date of Black Panther being released, cracks opening up in Africa, yeah, saying the ancestors was mad about it, and
really,
it's a whole 2 hour little podcast that's still on YouTube.
Wow.
About the effects of that movie being released and them taking them secrets and making money off of it.
So what? The herb is supposed to give you super strength, the same as it did in Black Panther.
There's 3 herbs. There's 3 herbs. They have a website too called Yamumbi.com. I can give you the website if you want to look it up, and it tells you everything.
Then type it in the chat.
It's my first time being on any live, so
it's all good, man. You're doing a damn good job, famo.
Let's see.
Yeah, that was definitely weird, Jewel. I saw that. I was like, yo, what the that was odd. Yeah, like where's the conscious love and affection we have access to that has to go somewhere? Right. Aaron from the Bible with Moses. Aaron.
I dropped it in there.
Cool. I'm about to look at it now. Yeah, mom. Oh man, they kicked them off. That's crazy. Yamumbi.com. Okay. Check that out. Yeah, I just pulled the website up. This is the podcast. So if you want to look at that, I'm gonna show you exactly what the webpage looks like. Yamumbi.com. This is the one he was talking about, and this is the African. Looks like he's a taxidermist, an anthropologist on here. But yeah, it looks like there's some history and stuff like that on it. And it's got some, looks like it's got some items on here you can buy too. Black seed oil. It's got podcasts and all. I need to look into this. He said cracks opened up in Africa after the movie was put out. Sheesh. African secrets. Some stuff you just don't put out there. That's mixed in public and private. Prime example right there. You take private and make it public. Bad shit happens. It says Aaron for the Bible with Moses, Aaron, and his breastplate of stones. When he was a child in Kingdom Halls, I'm talking like 3 and 4, 5, and I believed in reincarnation on my own. Okay. Like for example, Jesus is actually the Son of God. This we know that the Bible is pretty much a reiteration of what was on the pyramids, inscribed on the pyramids too. So that's also fact. The Englishman got it wrong. Yeshua was a yogi. A rod and staff representing the alignment of chakras from fruiting seed, the 40 days to bring the pineal gland to D&T dump, aka the anointed Christ. At thy lampstand. Man, y'all got some deep interpretations, bro. Y'all need to do your own podcast, man, for real. Y'all got some deep interpretations. Very interesting stuff. As you start to raise your frequency, the ring of truth will show themselves to you and their meanings because not all Bible is meant to be seen through. That's a good way to look at it also. The way they taught almost everything is a lie. How do you feel about Jesus being the Son of God? I mean, I think again, originally from the story was what was it? The story of Heru, I think it was. Amun Ra, I believe, and there was another horse or something. There was a whole thing, and it's pretty much derived from the Egyptian belief. So yes, I do believe the elements of it are facts, definitely, and I believe it's historical because again, it's derived from what was on the pyramids, the inscriptions of what was on the pyramids. That's pretty much where I'm at with it. But I think as far as what Jesus was doing when he came back, I think it was him showing everybody what they could actually accomplish and achieve if they ascended their consciousness. And the reason why the Romans and the Romans didn't want him to do it is because they had control over everyone, and they didn't want them to ascend to that level because they would lose control. You know what I mean? Same thing that's happening now. If you want a 1 minute text, okay, hold on. This is Joel. I got Joel in the green room. I'm gonna let Joel in. Give me 1 sec, Joel. I'm gonna read the rest of these comments. All good, Cash. Thank you, man. My bad. First time. There was never a person named Jesus there. Yeah, I know it wasn't Jesus. It was Yeshua. I know it was Yahweh. Some people call him Yeshua. Some people call him Yahweh Shai. There's different names. There was never anybody named Jesus. We know there was no J back then. Facts. But we all know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about this specific person. 86. Do you know about Bufo Alvarez? And if so, what do you think about it? Would you try it? I don't know anything about that at all. I can't say I do. The history is there. Chariots at the bottom of the Red Sea, Ark in the RER Mountains. Check out Ron Wyatt's study of Christ's blood and how the Israel lad covered it up. There's a lot of cover-ups, man. I agree with that 1,000%. There's a whole lot of that stuff is hidden. But I think a lot of that stuff is probably going to be in the Vatican. Either that or it's in a place that you're not allowed to go to. That might even be why they won't let people go to certain areas like what is that, the North Pole, like certain areas you can't even go to in the North Pole. For that very reason, you're not allowed to see that stuff because they would lose control if the narrative was a hole was punched in the narrative, they would lose complete control of everything. Yeah, Horus, right, son of Isis. That's what it was, right. The Bible is an official Catholic recruit manual in its current form. Any religion that is based off the current Bible is an offshoot of Catholicism, including Judaism, Islam, Mormonism, Baptist. I do agree with that. That current version of the Bible has been gutted. That's facts. That's purely documented facts. You know, I mean, we do know that 100%. They'll even tell you in the production companies that the Bible was chopped down to minimize production purpose or some crappy bullshit like that. Jesus is the light of the world. Jesus is the sun's son. Yep, S-U-N. There you go. 100%. Our life origins are beyond our imagination. What the fuck is he doing? Yo, Joel, what the hell are you doing, bro? I see that. Hey, my man over there doing a magic spell. Hey, yo. I'm about to let you in just so I can find out what the fuck you was just... What the hell was that, bro?
Oh, man, my joints are messed up. I don't know. I didn't know I was going to break in like this, but...
Yo, my man was doing... He looked like he was waving a plane in with 2 lighting sticks.
Oh, yeah, I got
What's
some
up,
sticks here, man. These are Eskrima sticks, too, here, so...
Okay. What's up with you, Joel?
You say the word, it appears just like that, man. I do martial arts, too.
Joel ain't no joke. What's up, man? Talk to me. What we got today, man?
Let me add something. Of course, 2 things. One's going to be entertainment, but based on this conversation, man, I just cannot... I'm kind of intimidated to even break in and bring some entertainment. This is a pretty deep conversation, right? But I will say this. Totally going outside the entire subject here of trying to figure it all out, trying to, like, understand it all. I can tell you I wrote a book because basically what happened to me is I lost everything I had. And after that, it was easy to just pray to God. And after praying to God, I saw the impossible change. So sometimes everybody tries to seek it, find it, figure it out, all this stuff. But this is outside of all that, just praying and talking to God. So, you know, my book's available too. It's like so small and it's like so clean and decent and premium. So I don't know. But hey, I had some entertainment for everybody.
Okay, what we got?
Oh man, did I mess this up here? It came off of I think it's all messed up now. It's off mail. I don't know if I can get this to work here. I sent you a link, but this is I can figure it out here.
No, I can pull a link up. What are you trying to do?
The Uvalde police here, they got audited by somebody. I'll find this. I'll make sure that this. Wow, this is crazy.
Nah, that didn't actually. That link is not working on this computer.
Yeah, I gotta retype the whole dang thing in now here. Just 1 second. Yeah, I'll get this up. But the time is right.
Bet.
Yeah, 58:18. It's only going to take like 1 minute. Wow, I'm still having trouble with it.
Cash said, I think it's fair to say the rabbit hole is damn near bottomless. Tell me about it. 100%, man. Y'all are going in down it. Damn, y'all are going in. I wish we'd have started that conversation earlier, bro.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yes, sir. Yes, it is.
Can't mess with that one.
Yeah, so a whole lot.
Okay, now I got it, and it's at 58:18 again.
YouTube, okay.
15, sorry.
58:15.
Yeah, I got it. This is important because this is about the kids, man. I mean, this is our kids. This is their kids. This is America's kids, you know. So, and it's entertainment at the same time. To do an audit.
Let me share it. Hold on.
Ask them what's up.
Okay, let me ask you something. You think that if we were here in any type of ill will or ill intent, we'd be holding cameras? Get real, dude. Come on, man. Let's be real. Especially on.
If you guys were holding anything other than cameras, we wouldn't see their fronts. We would only see their backs.
Live stream.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. It's sad that y'all got this kind of response, man. It's pretty sad that your chief told people to stand down too, man. As far as I'm concerned, all you Uvalde police departments, y'all need to turn in your badges. It's probably good that you got other departments here doing your job for you because you failed to do yours.
What was you doing the night that kids got killed, Sergeant?
Hey, bud, we're not here to cause any issues, man. We want you guys to know that, okay? But there has to be accountability. At some point in time, there has to be accountability, man. And look, we know that's not your department. We know that, okay?
You know that the feds are coming into their own independent.
Yeah, I know. We're tracking all that.
And that's
we're getting the media releases.
To come out.
Very telling what's happening right here. This is communication without communication. This is third grade code talk. And I'll just point it out to you right now that, you know, FMV is a better man than myself. He's going up to this cop and he's explaining to him that we're not here for you guys. We know that this isn't you guys, but we're just so upset with what's going on, like the rest of the nation. And, you know, these guys, these Uvalde cops are shitbags. And the cop says, just so you know, the feds are coming in to do their own investigation. What that means is what this cop is saying, and he should be brave enough to just say what they did was wrong. But he's telling these guys in third grade code speak, the feds are coming in for a reason, like these guys fucked up. And even though they didn't just full out say Uvalde police are shit, it's very telling that a police officer, the other guy was just like no comment. And this cop was kind of confrontational. You know, these are the types of police that other police hate because it takes away the very few fraternal order of police supporters that are left. This video is just about to wrap, so I'm going to play it. Then we're going to hear from FMV and no questions about it. And I hope you've all subscribed to both their channels. Their links have been circulating the chats.
And then when they issue the final report, Department of Justice and Texas Rangers, when they issue all the report, then I might have an opinion about it, but I wasn't here that day.
I know you weren't. You know, and look, no, I understand. And you're probably, due to your department policy, you're not allowed to speak on it anyways because of the media.
Right.
But look, we understand that. And it is probably awesome that it's probably great that they got you guys in here covering down for them, dude, because they failed, dude. They failed miserably, man. They really did, dude. And you don't have to have an opinion on that.
No, and I was just about to say, y'all are entitled to your opinion. You can voice that opinion. I'm not stopping that. Feel free to exercise that right. We, like I was explaining to him, they called us because they're citizens and they're the word. And I guess one of them called and they were concerned because we're out here. And like I told him, people are showing up and they're not just intending to film.
Okay, well, so, we're not those people, man.
And I understand that. That's why we all came over to check it out. And
that was a hell of a response, dude.
Well, there are a lot of police in town.
Yeah, we know.
All right, so he's pretty much got back down, and it just makes me wonder, like, yo, there's a huge. It seems like some of these dudes legitimately don't know what the fuck is going on. You know what I mean? Some of them police officers just legitimately look like they don't know what's going on, and it's like, is there a situation where certain ones are in like a certain squad where it's like, all right, boom, we're going, we know this, what's going on. You do this, you have this reaction. You report to this guy right here. This guy tells you what to do. We're going to keep it compartmentalized. Compartmentalizations, a lot of times, what these government agencies do with their employees. Like certain employees will carry out certain tasks and not even know why they're doing it. So it just makes me wonder if it's a situation where it's like some kind of squad that does it or something like that, or is it some robot shit, or is it some other
for sure
something else going on? You know what I mean?
It's got to be. Really
It's,
seems to be, man.
Them dudes legitimately looking at their faces. Them dudes was literally like embarrassed and didn't know what to say. You know what I mean? What can I say? If you watch We Own This City, and I've been talking about this the last few weeks. Last episode just came out on Monday, and it was a story about the gun trace task force here in Baltimore, which pretty much got caught up on all kinds of corruption. They were planting guns and drugs on people. They were covering up stealing hours. It was a whole lot of nasty shit they were doing. They ended up getting caught and intertwined, and about 6 of them ended up going to jail. There was a big sting with that. A lot of cases got thrown out because of a lot of tampered with evidence and things like that, falsified police reports. It was nasty. There was a horrible backlash from that. And if we start talking about police officers being in like squads like that, where certain guys are doing certain shit and keeping it under wraps, and then some guys see what's going on, but they're not going to say nothing because they don't want to have to deal with it on their plate. It's a whole lot of mess.
Hey, remember when we all pledge allegiance to the flag for the United States of America? If you want to play at 111 11 seconds, they got the flag all torn to shreds and stuff like that. So it's like, well, there's liberty and justice right there down the drain. They don't care. It's kind of interesting. So
yeah, it is. It is. I mean, they actually took the Pledge of Allegiance out of schools too, because it went, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. The republic. They took that shit out.
Yeah.
They took that shit out because they don't want nobody pledging allegiance to the republic. That's what I pledge. I ain't pledged allegiance to no corporation. I pledge allegiance to the republic.
Wow. It's been a long time since I've been.
I asked somebody once, what if you go in a courthouse and you brung the flag and you just start saying the Pledge of Allegiance to the to the republic? And what if you literally did that? Like, what if that was the case? How would that play out? The people, even the police, are being dumbed down. These police are order followers, but becoming just as bad as the fluoridated beasts of burden that we try to. You know what the problem with that is? A lot of these dudes are older, so I don't even give them a pass because they remember and they know they've been in the force for a long fucking time, So I can't even give them a pass on that, You know what I mean? Them guys look like they was at least about 60 something years old, and maybe not, if not maybe late 50s. A lot of them been on the force for at least 25 plus 30 years. So nah, I ain't trying to hear that shit, man. How long ago they take that pledge out? 86. I think that was they took the Pledge of Allegiance out around 2007 or 6. I want to say that was a while ago though. Now it might have been before that, because I don't remember saying the Pledge of Allegiance all when I was in high school. Last time I said the Pledge of Allegiance was middle school. That shit was like fucking late 90s.
Long time ago.
Yeah, that was the late 90s, Chief. So yeah, man, that was a while ago.
But they got a torn up flag out there in Uvalde though. It's all torn to shreds and flying out there. So that's at that mark number right there. 111.
Yeah.
They got,
but they flying blue lives. They wearing Blue Lives Matter flags anyway. So
yeah,
there you go. That's the desecration of the flag right there. Yep. But listen, I gotta go get something to eat. It's late. It's been 2.5 hours. I love talking to you guys. I would like to stay and talk longer, but unfortunately, I gotta put some fuel in my system, and I gotta go back and punch the clock tomorrow. So I'll be wrapping this up for the night. It's very nice talking to you guys, man. I learned a lot from you guys. Hope you guys learned from me. Great conversation. We will tune back in. I will drop another show on. I have a consultation to do Tuesday, and I'll drop a pre-recorded show Tuesday. Check that out. We'll be talking about Saturn retrograde, what to expect, and please tune in for that. Hit the bell if you have it, because sometimes I get jerked on here. People don't get the notifications. So hit that bell if you can. Hit the subscribe button. Feel free to donate to the Cash App and all that good stuff. I'll let you have the floor, Joel.
Oh man, all I can say, man, is this has been a lot of talk tonight about some really deep stuff, man. The ultimate of the ultimate, and like I said, man, I found out just by praying to God, asking to God that God is God, and that's all I know. And that's kind of big stuff, man. But everything's going on big right now in our country and changes in our world and stuff like that. And that's the ultimate right there, man. We're all gonna survive right through that, with prayer to God if we want to, So.
Yes, indeed. Agreed. Yes, sir. And I agree with everything he just said. There's a lot going on, man. We got to make sure we keep a clear head. You see all the stuff they're doing with the gun control and all this other crap. It's all a mental game, man. Just keep your mind strong. I already know what page we on. You got your trust in order. You got your nationality in order. You got your food. You got your water source. You have a plan. Make sure all that stuff is in place, man. Just in case.
It's going all the way, man. It's going all the way right now with that whole plan.
Yeah, I see, but it's all good. Like I said, this is the reason why we take countermeasures. The stuff we discuss here all the time. We already know what page we on, and we're not going to talk publicly about it. But that's something we're gonna drop in the group. So if you guys want to jump in the Telegram, you jump in there, and we can discuss that further. So with that said, it is 8-6 to 4 National Born Natural. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Thank you for your time. We will be back in this bad boy this Sunday coming up, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to drop more bars upon you. Until then, y'all take it easy. Peace.
It's the best, man.